I don't think I would. I would ask them, "What's this about?" And then they tell me, "Listen, I'm single. I'm finding it hard meeting a woman, and this is here for my pleasure." Then I'll be like, "Okay, if you knew I was coming, why is it in the same room I'm in?" First of all, can it be somewhere else if it's got your grease inside it, please?
Thought you might want a threesome, bro.
For real, that's an ever moment.
No. So I wouldn't actually have an issue, really. I mean,
I'm walking at the house, man.
You just go.
I'm gone, man.
Why?
Because why am I coming to the house with your sex doll?
It's just you. It's not your mum, your missus. It's just you walking.
No. We're
So
going out.
you're just gonna walk out.
You're just gonna.
I'm saying, I'll come in. What is that?
It's a sex doll,
I'm gone,
and it's been used.
I'm going
repeatedly.
That's. Oh my god! I'm going, man. I'm going. I'm throwing.
The sex goal actually.
Do you know what? Yeah. Do you know
actually looks tired.
Do you know when I know they've got issues? You know why I know I got issues?
Oh Lord.
Yo, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, rodents and other small insects, welcome to another episode of the Eloquently Saying Nothing podcast.
And submissives.
Not really?
Well, there might be some submissive that might listen.
Potentially. I am Stavros Boss, your host. This is episode number 56. Welcome, I hope you're all doing well. In the room with us tonight, we have Mr. Wolf.
Why me first, man?
Just talk your thing, man. Because you've been standing in front of your bloody phone for the last 5 minutes.
Calm down, bruv. Calm down.
Why
we
me
have
first?
a woman in our presence.
Which I'll introduce once you said your thing in it. Stop crying
man.
about why first, you know.
Is anyone crying other than Stavros here?
Me too.
Calm down, bro. Anyway, Mr. Wolf is in the building, opposite agitated Stavros Boss. Good to be here, and I've got my Yoruba proverb for the people then.
What is he like? 2 on the microphone?
No, okay.
Shut up, man. Anyway, those eating eggs seldom appreciate how tough egg laying can be to the hen. Those eating eggs seldom appreciate how tough egg laying can be to the hen. That basically means be careful to appreciate kind gestures received by others. Boom.
And also, whatever. And also we have...
What's wrong with you, man?
Big Wahala.
I don't know, man.
Big Wahala on... Big Wahala. I don't know what's wrong with you, man.
And
Don't
then
worry
you
about
talk
me.
about my menopause, man. Your menopause are coming.
Don't
true.
worry about me.
He's acting
True
like the
player for
clitoris at
real.
the moment.
Man gave his church notes as his
I
intro.
know
You
in
know.
the intro.
I think he was confused. I don't know what's wrong with him.
Don't worry about
He's
me.
been all right all this time. Suddenly now he's kicking off. What's wrong with
And
you?
also we have Simple Simon.
Hello, bad mind. Good morning.
Tune.
You know them tune,
Yeah, I
yeah?
know them one day.
Bad
Be
mind,
careful
how you
with those.
doing today? Bad mind, how you doing today? Bad boy tune. Simple Simon in the building. What go on?
And we have that actor.
I'm in full Jamaica mode now.
If you don't get on that plane, you'll regret it. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but soon and for the rest of your life. What's going on, people? It's your boy, the actor, up in the building.
You gotta deliver that with some spunk.
You gotta
though,
act
bro.
better than that.
No,
'cause
why
you did
should
this. You did.
I just said I'm just gonna do the
But
monologues.
you did it the
I'm
same
acting.
way you
That's
did
not-
it last time.
That's not really a monologue, though.
You just
is
sound
it?
like the same man
I
doing the
didn't-
same thing over and over
I
again.
didn't feel that. I didn't touch none of
You
my
didn't feel it,
chakras,
didn't
bro.
touch you.
Nah,
Don't
nah,
worry
nah,
about
nah.
it.
You actually sounded
up.
the same.
What channel are these blacks on?
I don't know which one he's on.
I'm in 3.
Are you sure?
I don't know.
No, you're not on 3.
I'm in the splitter. So whatever the splitter's in.
2.
Is the splitter in 2?
And last but not least, we have Lady Andromeda.
Andromeda.
Lady Andromeda.
That's right.
Andromeda.
Andromeda. It's like the sci-fi program.
Never seen it.
there's-
But can you introduce yourself, please? Tell us who you are, and welcome to the show.
I'm Lady Andromeda, and I am a dominatrix.
And anything else?
That was the biggest silence us man I've ever had after an intro, bro.
I don't like to be felt like I'm undermanaged, you know. So I want to say something just for the sake of being rude, now, innit? I'm saying something, innit? Just to cut you off. I don't know. I just don't want to feel like as somebody says they're dominatrix now, they're just shouting up like they're sitting there quiet.
Are you just a dominatrix?
Well, I make adult content as well, so I make porn too.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Interesting. Andromeda is from. I can remember that being a character in a film. The actor Andromeda.
Well, there was a
It's
sci-fi
a character in
program,
a
but then
film.
there's also a Marvel character called that.
You did-
But
you
you're
did
actually
ask me,
thinking
yeah.
of
You did say my
Perseus.
name.
That's it.
Perseus.
in Clash of the Titans, isn't it?
That's right.
Yeah, man.
Is that
Because they
some
had
old
to
thing?
sacrifice
Stuff.
Andromeda to the Kraken.
That's it.
The
Yeah,
Kraken.
The Kraken.
The Kraken.
The original Clash of the Titans.
1982.
Yes.
Yeah, that
Not
was a
that
cool one.
No,
crap
This
yeah.
that
man,
come out
big
recently.
This man
I've got
sat
that one.
there and remembered a program from the 80s
Yeah,
like
man.
it was yesterday.
From the
that,
80s.
I saw that in the film.
What was the brother that was in it? And he was in LA Law. I can't remember his name.
The with the curly hair.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and he was in
LA was a big program.
Oh,
Everybody
man,
remembers
next
LA Law.
LA.
You know?
Yeah,
Everybody remembers
Friday
LA Law.
night.
So hold on, are we just
That was
gonna
a
skip
kid.
past? They're just sacrificing people to the Kraken white people. Is what?
No, they were sacrificing.
The reason why that
are
they
the Kraken's
sac-
not whites.
No, the Kraken. The
It was a
that
monster.
Comes from the
that come
water.
out of the sea.
Come out the sea.
I thought it was just a different word for crackers.
No, it's the Kraken, man. Have you ever heard about the Kraken? It comes from the water. It's a
Last
beast.
Days of Pompeii.
It's a beast.
He's in that as well.
Yes.
80s film.
How's everyone's week been?
Bundy's week thing, man. Week happened.
No.
No, how has everybody's week?
It happened, man. The week
Didn't-
went.
Yeah, you got.
Let me
told.
tell you what happened this week, football wise. Yeah, for those that like a little bit of football, I'm not gonna go deep, but one thing happened big. Ronaldinho, for me, the most skillful, entertaining footballer that I have ever seen. Brazilian, he won the lot, won the World Cup, won the Ballon d'Or, he won everything. Brilliant player. He retired.
Was he performing
Champions
on stage
League,
with 50,
Serie
yeah?
A, La Liga. Come on,
He
keep
won.
it coming.
He won it all. He won it all. He won the league in Spain, in Italy. He won the Champions League, the World Cup, the World Club Championship.
Okay, did he
He
pass
won
away
it
or
all.
something?
No, he just retired.
Okay.
Large up to him.
In football terms, he passed away, man.
Yeah,
How old is he
football
though? 37.
I think he's
I
37.
thought he retired from a long time.
No,
Nah, he
he,
went to go and play abroad, didn't
he
he?
hasn't. He
Was he
hasn't.
playing
He
Brazil or
didn't play. No, he didn't play.
He
between,
went back home
Yeah.
and he hasn't played for about the last 18 months.
Yeah.
He's just been having fun.
from
He's been
215
chilling,
until now. He hasn't played.
Did you see him on stage with was it with 50 when he was performing on stage?
Yeah. So
That
50
man's-
Cent had him on stage and done a tribute to him. My thing is, if the man didn't have money, 50 Cent wouldn't know who he is, man.
Well, I'm gonna say this now. That's a fortunate human being right there.
Who's that?
Because with
I
them
know-
teeth
I
there.
know. I knew it. I knew it.
With them teeth there, he lucky had a skill and an art, boy.
You know what I love about him though? He didn't change them.
I don't know if that's possible.
No,
though.
but this. What
lot
do you
of-
mean?
Yeah,
lot-
he could
what-
have braces.
All these Brazilians out there, even the ones that Coutinho, Firmino, you see their teeth, it come like white snow. Trust me, they
Hold on.
change their teeth.
If you had like really buck teeth, would you have a problem like getting some sort of teeth surgery?
What, the Mario Kart overlapping teeth?
Wow.
Mario Kart.
If,
From
that,
the
if,
shell,
that's what
you
they-
know?
if that's what it's called,
God.
Yeah. Like mushroom business, boy, and shell.
What's that tune, J. Cole?
Crooked
one?
smile.
That's
Crooked
it.
Smile.
Yeah.
Okay.
Big tune.
I would sort my teeth out. That's one cosmetic surgery that I would have no issue doing.
But you're used to having good teeth, that's why.
Not so much.
You know what's so funny enough? I probably would as well. To my own surprise, I think I would do my teeth. It's mad. I've got a funny pride about my teeth.
I like my teeth.
I think teeth links to hygiene in a strange way in people's mind. That's probably why you're sorting out your teeth, though, still.
I'm gonna call Lady Andromeda mistress because that's another title that she's happy with, and I can't say the other one properly. So
Andromeda.
I'm just
You can
sticking
call me Lady A.
Lady A.
Yeah.
What does the A stand for now?
Andromeda, because you can't
Jesus.
pronounce
That's
it.
it.
What is wrong with you?
Sorry.
That is an MC
Sorry.
name, innit? That's
Sorry.
an MC name, Lady A.
Lady A.
What does it stand for?
Let me
No,
quickly
that's a Parkinson's
Is
maneuver.
dynamite inside? Yes, anyway. Sorry.
let me quickly drop the other thing. A rest in peace to Cyrille Regis.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That is
Yep.
a big loss. He died very young. I think 59 years old.
59.
And
he looked younger than me.
He looked very young, and when he was playing, he was a tonk brother.
Yeah.
But what he done for black players today is a little bit underestimated. He opened a lot of doors for the black players today. Him along with two other guys known as the 3 Degrees. They were the first team in England, in Britain, to have 3 black players. West Bromwich Albion, and they got mad racial abuse, and his conduct and the way that he dealt with the whole thing was big.
And can
like John Barnes, yeah?
can we say
Johnny Barnes.
Can we
I
say
think John Barnes dealt with it as well. But
leading
what
on
he's saying
from last
recently-
week's did you listen to last week's podcast?
I did.
Did you hear what we were talking about with John Barnes?
Yeah.
So
Barnes.
this John Regis dude, like you said,
Cyrille
Cyrille
Regis.
Regis.
John
I'm
Regis
sorry, I'm so sorry.
John
I'm
is
so
his
sorry.
cousin.
Yeah,
Their
sorry,
runner.
I'm sorry.
Yes, his cousin.
Sorry, my apologies. This Cyrille dude.
You didn't eat your Weetabix this morning, did you?
No, I think I peaked before you got here. And now I'm on the way down. So we need to finish quickly before I actually fall flat on my face towards the end of the show. But anyways,
Come on.
they broadcast a documentary which was about race. They did it a couple of years ago about this black and white thing that channel or whatever, the BBC.
BBC,
Yeah.
Black Britain.
And a couple of the things in that program stated exactly what I was stating about John Barnes last week.
Black
That
versus white.
They
That's what it's
they
called.
said that because I was famous, maybe I caught less slack in real everyday life than the average black person would.
Yes.
So even there was a situation where there was a woman that went out. Who's the one that died out of the three?
Batson.
So he was going out
Died
with a
in
white
car
woman.
crash.
Some three dudes walked past him and cussed the woman that he was with and spat at her. She told him to leave it. He's like, I can't leave this one because apparently it happens all the time. Most of the times you leave it. This one, for some reason, he couldn't leave it. He went there to fight them. Blah, 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 2-2s. Maybe they would have got up and beat him because he actually knocked them all down on the floor. But as they were going to get up, they realized who it was and they stopped fighting just from there. Just because they realized, oh, you're such and such, the football player. I love you.
But
And then-
is that what they said?
Yes, the white girlfriend said that this is what happened. And she
can't be
said,
trusted.
she said they were on the floor and then...
You got problems. But anyway, large up to Cyrille Regis.
Yes, rest in peace,
We
rest in
believe
peace.
that they're going to do a 1 minute's applause in the football games at the weekend. Originally,
last weekekend.
They weren't going to do nothing, innit?
They weren't going to do anything, and it wasn't until there was like a social media thing, and I actually sent a social media, a WhatsApp message out to certain football groups, and it went around the houses. And I'm not saying it's because of me, but because of a few people pushing.
Was it the Uncle Network?
The Uncle Network.
The Uncle Network, man, and
Uncle Network can be strong.
and the FA have now decided to do a minute's applause. I see it as a fake gesture because they weren't going to do it anyway.
They should have done it, man.
But the likes of the Alcoholic, George Best, and all these other people,
The man.
But they do it for man like Arsenal always do it for Rocastle.
Rocky's a legend.
Proper legend. So I don't know.
All right,
Anyway,
so
let's move on from football.
that's Mr. Wolf's week. Nobody else wants to talk about you. Lady A, do you want to talk about your week? You had a good week?
Yes, I've had a good week.
You don't want to delve any more than that? You don't have to. I'm just
beat
asking.
people,
You just beat people.
had a couple sessions.
When you say session, what do you mean by session? Because most man think that means smoking weed. So what is that? So what do you
or producing a track.
Yeah. So just break down a session for us and just let us know what it's like.
And
Well,
for our listeners.
A lot of people have different kinds of fetishes. So, like, I specialize in strap-on play.
Hang on, wait. Whoa.
How can you specialize in that?
That's a good question. Go on, answer that one.
This is-
Sorry.
Let people finish first.
This is for men, right?
Okay.
It's
Well,
for
I
anyone.
don't discriminate really.
So men and women.
Men, women, transgender.
Can
Anyway,
can
continue,
you
please.
Yeah, finish what your list of
Specialities.
I like public humiliation, which is always good fun. Financial domination, cockholding, caning. What else do I like? Oh, I love chastity. That's good. That's good fun.
I got a couple.
hold on.
You're
Is
gonna have to-
financial
you're gonna-
domination just robbing man's?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, what is that?
Is it? To be honest, it's not really more. I'm more like total power exchange.
So what is it?
Can you speak in plain English?
Give me your bit count account.
No, you know what it's like.
Big. What did you call it?
Big,
Big counter. Did you call it big counter? This big. Anyway, don't worry.
Bitcoin account. What
It's
does that
like
say?
them
Yeah,
West
alright, yeah,
African
it's
girls
easy to
boxing,
respect.
man.
Yeah.
That's what-
Basically,
boxing.
in a layman's
Boxing,
terms,
man.
yeah,
It's
just
boxing.
boxing, man.
Okay, what is this? What do you call it? Financial domination.
Yeah, I knew you lot would pick
you-
your heads up at that.
Cool, that is.
Yeah, I know. You lot like to scam in it, so I know the deal.
It's just 419 people.
Yeah, basically.
That's what it sounded like.
So
Oh, yeah.
what do you
Give
do?
me your
You go there and you tell them, look, just give me your money
it's-
now.
No, it's a
And I'll
lot
hit you
more.
as well.
It's a lot more than that. With financial domination, it's about understanding your client or your submissive and being able to get into their head. It's about the power that people have and the relationship regarding money.
Can I ask you a question? Because you said you do cuckolding, yeah?
Yes.
I thought how does it work with you? Because I thought the whole point of the cuckolding was
Putting your hands on your
We have a
trap.
black lady actually.
I thought it would be a case of
She's
like
black.
the husband watches the wife have sex with a next man. So what is it in your case then?
Well, it can be. At the end of the day, how I do it is I've got my partner, and my partner's my alpha. So it's a fantasy.
So you have sex with the partner, and then the other man watches you have sex with the partner. That's the.
I normally make them face the corner instead because I'm a fuckery.
So what's the point of this man spending the money if he's just gonna face corner?
It's all about with BDSM. It's all about your mind. That's your most important sex toy.
Okay.
I don't disagree with you.
I don't disagree with you either.
You think about what you sometimes do. Right, for example, like
Look
I'm
at you,
sure
you're getting
that.
excited.
Yeah, I love. Do you know what? My nana always used to say one thing in it: love what you do in it. The moment you stop loving your job, Lego bout here.
Love what you do.
Let go about
And
it.
do
what
you love.
Simple.
What?
Simple's dead out
Lego
there.
about it.
Lego what?
Yeah, I was meant to be the
Lego-
Layman's
Can you
layman's
translate
terms,
that?
just
Oh,
fuck
sorry,
off.
my
In
bad.
it. Like, there's no point.
Okay.
Yeah,
Lego.
there's your.
Yeah, Lego that is just yeah.
Fuck
Oh,
off.
all
Man,
right.
you should need a translation.
We don't want to turn it into us asking you questions, but that's what's gonna happen. So
Well, if you don't understand something, then at the end of the day, of course, you've got to ask questions.
So we was talking before earlier, and I was cut off because them not told me I must shut up and ask the
Yeah, but
questions.
she hasn't
online.
broke down her day.
Exactly.
What a session is,
Okay, yeah, Karen, finish.
please.
You ready now?
Yeah, you go on.
Okay, so earlier on this week, I had a session where a guy wanted some jerk off instructions. So basically, I knew he was going to come and say that.
Go ahead.
I just want to
Basically,
say, look how excited Mr. Wolf looks.
I'm on Night Flirt. Yeah, I've got loads of little audios that you can buy. Yeah, $5.95.
My days. Go on.
Allow me, man.
So explain.
So basically, actually, it didn't turn. Initially, it turned into. It started off as jerk off instructions, but then it kind of went into some real. Like I was like, go and get this, and like tie up your balls, and
Is it over the phone or in real life?
no, this is on webcam. Sometimes I do it over the phone.
Okay,
Sometimes I
okay.
do it in real life.
All right.
Sometimes I do it over Skype. Just depends.
Okay, cool. Sorry, continue.
So this week's been an online week, but next week I've got quite a few sessions that I've got in dungeons. But I don't just work in a dungeon. Sometimes I work.
When you say dungeon, you mean Peckham, yeah?
There's a dungeon in Brixton, actually.
I know that already.
Ross, how do you know that, bro?
I was just saying it as a joke, but now it makes it sound like I've been there, innit?
Yeah, it does.
Well, maybe.
Maybe you have.
Maybe.
No
I don't even know.
judgment.
All right then. Okay, let's ease off Lady A.
No!
We'll get back. To be
We'll
honest,
get back to you. Don't worry, it's true.
the first topic actually is maybe you might have something to say about this. The question was sent in, and it was a picture of a sex doll.
That one. I know which one you're talking.
Life-size sex doll, big bottom, like a
Yeah, no, when I went to AVN, there was loads of them.
AVN is the adult.
Adult porn exhibition.
I wanted to guess, but what's the VN stand for then?
I thought it was Adult Video
Network.
Yeah.
Okay, these guys know more than me.
Well, it's basically like the porn Oscars.
And in this country,
In America, it's in Vegas. It
So
happens
you
every year.
you were in Vegas.
I went 2 years ago.
Okay, it's okay. No
One of my
problem.
mates went down there.
It was quite interesting.
Yeah, just a regular guy who went down there,
Yeah, you
taking
did.
pictures of the porn stars and
Yeah.
just posting it
But
anyhow.
some people it's a hobby, you know.
Yeah.
Some people porn is a proper hobby, man.
There's a lot of tech companies that go down there as well.
He had Cherokee on one arm, and
Who Cherokee the ass?
yeah, and
Yeah,
then
they're all
and
there.
then who's the other light skinned one? Yes, you do know.
Yeah, like, I know. Man told me the other light skin one. Like, there's not hundreds of light skinned women doing
The
porn.
filthy one.
Roxy Reynolds.
Oh,
No.
yeah.
You don't. Why don't you want to say, bruv?
I don't know who you're talking about.
Cheyenne
bruv.
Jacobs.
Because-
Jasmine
No.
Sinclair.
Yeah. No.
No.
No. The
I-
American
It's not a
one.
porn
think-
star.
I-
Jasmine Cashmere.
I think that's her. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. I think that's her. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Yes, you know it is.
I know that. Maybe.
But the reason why tech companies are usually involved in this stuff because it's the maddest thing. But everything in tech,
Comes through porn.
starts through porn.
Yep.
Yeah,
Always
the pioneers.
DVDs,
Yeah.
porn. First thing that ever came out on the DVD was porn.
Well,
First time
porn is the most searched thing on the internet.
yeah, exactly. Even the virtual reality type.
Yeah,
thing is porn.
that's what they was when I last went. That's what they were actually doing. It was a lot of
They were
virtual.
showcased,
Yeah,
yeah.
it was pretty cool actually because they were just like you could just go and try out all the things that they had.
But you're
So
not
it was
gonna make you lot
interesting.
redundant still.
No, because
People
they have
is-
to make the content, don't they?
Exactly.
I suppose. So.
What do you think VR sex looks funny? Mans are just standing there just doing this.
Yeah, it is quite funny.
No, but I saw. I don't remember the company, but I saw a promotional video for a company that had installed their VR sets in hotels. Yeah, so like you're
Is
in.
this Japan?
No, it wasn't Japan even. It was I think it was somewhere in Europe, but they're like testing it out. So
Netherlands probably
yeah, they were
or
testing.
Romania
They were testing.
because a lot of the
It's
like
dirty in Romania, you know.
You know, it's not that. I don't think it is. Go on, finish.
well, what I was gonna say, back in 2012, there was porn laws that were changed over here, and people don't really realize the big impact of those porn laws because it's kind of like policing the internet. Everybody looks at porn and thinks, "Oh, it's porn," but you need to.
Is it something else?
It's the bigger grand scheme of things. That's how we look at it. There's a lady that you guys should check out. Her name is Pandora Break. And she basically is fighting for everybody's rights to have the autonomy to watch porn.
Is that the one where the law where they put in where they said that you can watch this type of porn, but you can't watch stuff like
We can't.
You can't do like BDSM ones no more.
They're all
You can't
regarding
do
female domination.
female
so
domination
it's okay. It's basically I can't ejaculate on someone. So for example, if I squirt, I can't film that and sell that here.
Yeah.
So hold on.
They cut all of that off.
Are you trying to say
Do you squirt?
that after all
Yes, I do.
this Me Too business
God damn
and
for
this
this,
men running everything, that even carries over into porn?
They police
They don't
the
even
porn.
allow the women just
There
to...
was so much laws that came through that thing because I was
Yeah.
reading it and they took like
They
whole
fucked
chunks
us up.
of women's
I'm
stuff.
a
and said,
B- I
"You can't
do.
But
I
you're
do
saying
BDSM.
it was more a woman's thing.
Yeah, it was all to do with BDSM. Nothing more, nothing
Yeah.
less. It was extreme caning, water sports.
Certain man need to get
Fisting.
beat though as well. What?
So anything that was proper,
Anything.
But
This-
fisting,
even they
hold
said
on,
it-
fisting is to the woman. Women, men don't get fisted, eh?
You do?
Yeah,
Yes,
I do. I fist guys. I put my hand up to there. And for you people who are listening,
Lord.
I've put my hand all the way up to my shoulder in someone's rectum.
What?
All right.
Did you
They
feel-
even said that they took away the rights to be able to you can't even abuse them anymore, innit? Something ridiculous like that. You can't use certain abusive words anymore in the videos. It's mad.
For you guys that haven't seen the video yet that we posted on Instagram and on Twitter, Lady A is not like a skinny anorexic woman. She's got a healthy sized arm. How are you sticking that in somebody's rectum?
That's what I was thinking. Like,
No, I don't believe
Your
you.
body is an
Hannah was
amazing
just-
thing.
talking anyhow,
I
like
don't
the arm is
believe
healthy.
you. I don't believe you. You need more people. You're not sticking that all the way up somebody's ting and ting.
I don't want to know anyway. That's why
I'm
I
just
stayed
saying, the
over.
body is an amazing thing.
It's not that
If you
easy.
think about it like this, just imagine what people actually have removed when you go to A&E. Because I have a friend that's a doctor, and I hear some really funny stories.
Did you glove up?
Of course.
Cool.
did it smell?
Your glove didn't go that far.
No, you get special gloves. You get the basically, you know, like when you're doing, you know, the farmers get the cow gloves, which come up to there. So you just get them.
Did it smell though?
No, because I douche people.
Douche.
Yeah.
That's when you
That's
wash.
when you
your
wash their bums.
Did he wipe,
You-
did he wipe on his
it's
face?
Like, it's like you put the water up there, innit?
Yeah.
Hang on. So can I ask you a question?
Hence the term douchebag.
So I was interested in the psychological bit you was saying earlier on.
Yeah.
So, like, I'll be honest with you, like BDSM and that.
It's all about connection.
But I scroll past it when I see porn, innit? Like I kind of just scroll past it because I don't know. I don't get it. So what's the psychology? What's the psychology behind it in your experience? Because obviously you have experience with this, and you see it in a number of different situations.
It really does depend on the individual. A lot of guys, it can't. Some people it stems from them just constantly watching porn, and they want to push the boundary. You know, like they'll start. Okay, for example, they'll start watching just straight heterosexual sex. Then they might flip it up to anal.
So you're saying that heterosexual sex is a gateway drug?
Not necessarily. It depends. Like it all depends on the person's experience and what things that they might have been exposed to.
So before we actually ask the question, just quickly, I would guess, you stop me if I'm wrong. All right?
Stop me if I'm wrong.
So you have
Stop
some
me if I'm wrong.
people
Stop.
that, just like you said, Keep stopping. Some people, like just like you said, they started off with the box standard sex, and then they've moved on, and then now they want to experience some hardcore stuff because they've got to that point.
Yeah.
I think you have some very powerful people that are powerful in their home, powerful at work, and in their private life they need
want,
a little.
Yeah.
Then you have some weak people that are just weak all the time, and they just like, I might as well continue this weakness during sex as well. Come and beat me up, please. Stick your hand up everything, and rip out my.
It's
my
a
throat.
lot more than that. A lot more.
Which you may explain later on. But the question is...
Sex dolls.
Sex dolls. If you went into your boy's house and they had a very pretty, life-looking...
Well, it kind of depends on how the sex doll does look. Because you think about it, sometimes they're trying to gear sex dolls up where there's some controversy regarding like paedophilia and stuff like that, where they're actually making sex dolls that look like children. I have an issue with that.
This is not the case with your boy, at least. This one is you walk in and then
It looks like Nicki Minaj.
It looks like a whatever woman you fancy. That's what it looks like. It looks like that. Everything is banging. Looks lifelike. When you walked in, you didn't even clock. It looked a bit funny, but it didn't even clock. It wasn't real at first. And you was like, "Wow, that's a doll." And then you hold on. Oh, whoa! Then you see that the breast is big, the legs are open. There might be a little slit, and it's just there in the corner of the room. And they didn't warn you about it or nothing. What do you do then?
You deliver.
Who, me? What do I do?
What? Well,
I'll be fast. I'll be like, oh, let me feel the tits. Let me feel it. Like, I'll just be in up because I'm just a curious person.
Well, in your case, it would be a girl and it would be a male sex doll.
Yeah, but I'd still look and be like, I want to feel the boobs. I want to feel the ass. I want to feel like how it feels. Like,
was a woman even bothered with that though? Would they bother with the whole doll?
Some women would be bothered with it. For example, like I have submissives that their partners don't like what they do and they don't want to discuss it. You know,
No, I'm talking about the like a whole doll. Would a woman bother with the whole doll, or this is what?
Some women do have issues.
Talk about women do,
but I'm just saying, some women do have issues with that. Some people do, and some people don't.
No, I'm saying.
I have issues with what?
Like a man having a sex.
No,
doll.
I'm talking about the woman.
Yeah.
Oh,
The woman
okay.
has a sex doll, yeah.
Yeah.
Would a woman
keep trying to turn
bother?
around.
Would a woman bother with a sex doll, or would you just want the dildo? Would you,
Depends on
like, what are you gonna do with the whole thing?
Me, I like the whole feeling of sex. Like, don't get me wrong, I like a vibrator, but there's nothing more than the intimacy, the sweat, the feeling that
Forget
person.
the real human being.
But you're not gonna get
that's
you're not
me,
gonna
like-
get up on the doll though.
But he's saying if you had the choice between a dildo or vibrator or a full sex doll, would you look at the sex doll and say, what's the point in having a full sex doll? I might as well just have the bit that matters. Or would you say, yeah, this is interesting?
I'd be fast. I'd be like, let's try it.
What do you think most women are like? I know you can't talk for all women,
I
but
can't talk for all women.
but-
So.
you
Or in
can,
your
you can talk for women
experience,
better than me.
with women that you
Probably not actually, but
you've worked
you
with,
can
or
try.
women that you know.
Women I know are they're a bit crazy.
They'll be
Our
involved.
boundaries are a bit like the boundaries are just like east-west.
Okay, then. So guys,
So, you know, it's kind of different. I can't, for the women that I know and that are in my circle, so to speak, they'd be
in
more
my
curious.
circle,
In my circle. So, all right, for the
single
for the man's them.
single boys, your single bedroom.
No, if you were single,
What about if I was single? What?
would you prefer a flashlight or a full sex doll?
Flashlights are cool. I should have brought one actually.
I just use my hand, man. I don't understand all of this stuff. That's
Man said, I just used my hand.
get the dats out.
Dax, you know, that's just coarse, man.
That's his
Damn.
hair.
Hair grease, you know.
Yeah.
You didn't even say a little Vaseline or anything.
No, but
Dax, you know.
we're 2018, you share butter for them thing there, you know. The good quality share butter, them cocaine.
Baby, you could have got some coconut oil. I thought you would have said coconut oil because you're on that whole
He's a
vegan
bushman,
thing.
He's a
man.
bushman.
I'm a bushman. You're like I don't use stew.
That's you're fucked up in the head, man, for real. Man using stew to wank himself.
Can you guys answer the question? What would you do?
Well, you know what? I've made people do jerk off instructions and put hot pepper sauce or
You see it
Scotch
there?
bonnet peppers.
That's a
in
proper
their
yard
hand
thing,
as a
innit?
punishment.
Big man says it's a yard tick.
That's a yard thing right there.
No.
Can someone tell me what a flashlight is, please?
A
Flashlight.
flashlight is a fake vagina.
Yeah.
Is it not flashlight?
Yeah.
Yeah, flashlight. So it's basically it's like in a flashlight,
Yeah.
and it's got like a pom pom at the end.
Okay.
So you can just
Yeah, I've got some. Yeah, basically.
like a pump action shotgun.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Ah.
You just put the lube in it, and it's got like special lube that you can
I
buy.
saw
for it.
a clip actually today. Yeah.
Of a flashlight.
on WhatsApp, like a comedy clip of a guy having one of those things, and he got caught by his mate.
Just by coincidence.
Yeah, but then you can also
It's-
get
it's
like
weird,
the
innit?
half
Half vagina.
torso.
Yeah, that's
Like
a
where
long
you get the bum
Yeah, I've
ones
seen
as well,
those.
and like
I've seen those.
a friend of mine, she had a tranny one, so it had the penis and the boobies.
Is that not a term that apparently we're not allowed to use?
What's that?
Tranny.
Why?
You say trans.
transsexual.
Transsexual.
Yeah.
She was off the air
It
before
was
we
like
even
a
get on
T.S.
there.
Madison, basically, trick with a dick.
Man.
So where was I?
So we want to find out what would happen if you went in there with your boys.
Let me. I'll answer first because you guys just want to veer off into other directions. I don't think I would. I would ask them, "What's this about?" And then they tell me, "Listen, I'm single. I'm finding it hard meeting a woman, and this is here for my pleasure." Then I'll be like, "Okay, if you knew I was coming, why is it in the same room I'm in?" First of all, can it be somewhere else if it's got your grease inside it, please?
Thought you might want a threesome, bro.
For real, that's an ever moment. Bro.
Nah.
So I wouldn't actually have an issue, really. I mean,
I'm walking at the house, man.
you just go.
I'm gone, man.
Why?
Why?
Because why am I coming to the house with your sex doll?
It's just you. It's not
No,
your mum, your missus. It's just you walking.
No.
So
We're
you're
going
just gonna
out.
work. You're just gonna walk out.
You're just
You're
gonna.
just gonna
I'm
cut
saying,
it.
I'll come in. What is that?
It's a sex doll,
I'm gone.
and it's been used.
I'm going.
repeatedly.
That's. Oh my god. I'm going, man. I'm going. I'm throwing.
The sex goal actually.
Do you know what? Yeah. Do you know what?
Actually looks tired.
Do you know when I know they've got issues? You know why I know I got issues?
Oh Lord.
Neck.
The hair's all
Yeah, the hair's all, the weave in it. The weave is all going left. Can you imagine if I was painting? You get putting makeup on the
Well, some people do.
I'm just painting Teresa.
You know what?
Wait for me there. I'll be down in a moment.
Do you know when I knew that?
I'm just putting some makeup on.
There was
Teresa.
something very wrong with me. You know I know there's something very wrong with me. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
The first thing I thought about when I saw about these sex dolls, I thought, why don't somebody stick an Alexa in there? That's the first thing I thought.
They've done that already.
How do you know people
have
haven't
talking
done
There's
that?
an Alexa in the sex doll.
Look,
Yeah.
they've got talking things in it, man.
Alexa.
Yeah, you can
They've got-
record the voices.
They've got those that have the
Yeah,
AI
Oh,
for
God. The actor, you're
emotional
crying.
learning.
No, but you don't want no emotional learning though. That's the point of the emotional learning.
Yes. And then after 6 or 7 months spending time with them, they start bleeding every month too.
Oh wow.
I'm only joking.
You know what? You know what?
bleeding oil.
Can you imagine?
Oh my God. What's wrong with you boys tonight?
Can you imagine if after 6 a couple months time you bang the sex doll and they're like, so what? You finished?
Is that all you got?
Are you done?
What? You're not gonna make me come?
Or you switch it on, like there's a switch on the back and it just I'm tired. It switches
Yeah,
itself.
yeah. I'm tired.
I'm washing my hair tonight.
Or
Man,
maybe
peak times,
they
bro.
should have a button where they come themselves or they squirt.
They do have those.
They have squirting dolls.
They have those.
What is it like? Is it like
They
the car?
have- like,
Is it
once that
when you
lubricate,
squirt, does it have like the vagina head? Does it do like a windscreen
I
wiper and clean it
I
off?
don't know what it does. I just know that there's lubricated ones at least. I don't know if there's
Well, it
squirting
has to
all
be
that.
lubricated. What are you gonna do? What? There's friction burn all
Yeah,
over
but
the
there's a
place.
difference between self-lubricating or like some intelligent sort of lubricating and
GMO or
and
organically grown, yeah?
and you lubricating
AI
it yourself.
lubrication.
How are you gonna go lubricate the thing though?
What do you think they did in the old days?
So how do you wash it? Well, you have a full bath.
Do you remember that advert about what did the old man and he talked about back in the day they didn't
You
have
douche
reusable
it,
condoms.
innit? You douche it.
They didn't have reusable condoms. You had to reuse the condom.
French letter.
That old
It was called a French letter.
Is that what they call it?
Yeah.
sex packets.
Well,
Yeah, and remember
That's
that
a
advert
Jamaican
back in the
slang
day?
term.
What, sex letter?
French letter, yeah.
French letter.
Anyways,
Virgin, you have a French letter.
Stavros and Wahala and Miss A, Lady A.
Excuse my niche one over.
Excuse me. Have answered the question. Can the other three guys answer the question, please, so we can move on?
Bruv, I would have to ask him what model that one is.
that is a Nokia, you know.
That's the latest one.
3310.
That is the iPhone of sex doll.
It is my Telsa Fresh.
Yes, it's
sex
my
doll.
story. Don't look like
no darling to me.
That's the Tesla of sex doll.
Yeah, no,
That is the Trump of sex doll.
I would be afraid, to be honest with you, because I'm confused.
That's why I'm leaving. I don't know what you people are
What's
saying.
so confusing about it?
No, because
Why you got a boom boom in the corner? Just
Because he wants to have sex with something, and that's what he can have.
so you have your family photos all on the wall and then boom boom in the corner with it. man's graduation picture and then vagina in the corner. Nah, I'm not involved, bro. I'm not involved. Anti-Funke is there. Anti-Funke is. You know what? You know what he's gonna start doing in that dream parties? They're gonna start giving you sex dolls as what do they call it? The gifts. And he's gonna say, "Bola de words."
Presented by the Adaniji family.
Hey, imagine the Nigerian sex doll.
It'd be the best one. It'd be the best one.
It'll be alright.
This is Shola.
It'll be alright. The Nigerian sex
The
doll.
weave would be on sideways.
The Nigerian sex doll. What only cook sex, but it will have like a button that allows it to pound yam at the same time.
That's how I know I'm sick, because
Yeah.
I thought exactly
Yeah,
the same.
you have like a motor in there that will allow it to pound yam at the same time.
Yeah.
So the same way that the same way that it can pound you, it will pound yam. So if you in the vagina you insert like a
Pound jam mode.
they put like a pound what's it called, a mortar in there, and then it will just
Pesto.
it just pound the thing.
Yeah, so it's like the it will have different modes, and jerk off mode and pounded yam mode will be the same switch. It just depends. You put your penis inside the hand, or you put a stick to pound the thing. Yes, okay.
And she will only be wearing gele and head wrap.
Yeah.
Oh
Wow.
my God.
It's like American Pie, but I want to just be pounded yam.
Yeah, it would just be pounded yam.
Anyway,
Sticking-
Mr.
sticking
Wolf.
the dick in the
Mr.
pounded
How long
yam,
we recorded?
136. Come on, let's go.
Damn.
Man.
First, I wouldn't see what the big deal is. The only issue that I
You'd
would
have
have,
a go, wouldn't you?
no, the only issue that I would have is that like anybody could walk in it. So if you're gonna do that. Just keep it away from people, innit? I mean, it's not that much of a big deal. We're in
Would you shake his hand?
2018 now.
Would you spud him?
I would spud him. I wouldn't shake his hand.
Would you shake the sex doll's hand?
I would have a feel. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how
I
feel.
would.
I'd wanna
I would
feel
be a
how
little bit
realistic
curious.
it
I
is,
would
yeah.
want to see what it is. And
So imagine you're doing the curious bit. He goes, "Oh, go on, bro, have a go."
Nah.
With somebody, okay, so let's say,
No,
I'd
yeah.
ask to have
hold
a
on.
go.
Let's say that a company approaches you, yeah, and says, "Boom, we need you to test this out, yeah. We need you to test it out, but you need to do a video to say that you either approve of the sex doll or disapprove of it, and we give you £150,000."
a video just to
But do you
approve and
like
disapprove,
like it's just to
like an ad campaign.
Yeah, ad campaign type thing. But you're just gonna say, like
Like
the
testimonials,
like the
yeah?
infomercials that come on for the P90X and all those things.
Yeah.
I did P90X and now I've lost all that weight. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
one. So you get on there and they want you to bang the thing, and then they're gonna pay 150 grand, but you have to then go on the advert after and be like, I had sex with
T-Max 4000.
T-Max 4000. My penis was strong. When I finished, it was limp.
I don't feel I could do that. You know,
You don't think you're dead?
I don't
I
think
inserted my penis
for
and
that
it felt
money.
good.
for 150 grand.
150
It's
grand.
good money.
You're a quick bang.
Do you have to actually bang the dough though?
You have to bang.
Sorry,
You do
you
the
lot are just
recording of you banging.
No, you don't have to record
No, you
anything.
don't record
You just
anything.
have to. You just then after have
basically just have to talk
upload
about
Yes.
it.
Yeah, I did.
I know you would do.
Oh,
Yeah,
are
because
you
you're an
gonna bang?
actor, and then you would just say that I never done it.
And the thing that make the problem with you, yeah, that you doing it is, your mum watches those late night
Infomercials.
chief the late night church ones that's got all the infomercials at the end. Can you imagine?
And she'll see you.
Yeah, that is my song.
Actor.
If you wanted a woman, I could have get you a woman. You have one in the village.
No, she will call past that.
We need to pray for him.
Yes. You had better come home.
Can you speak to why these dolls are so popular all of a sudden? Because they've been around for a while, but
Yeah.
how comes now there's like a big focus?
It looks good.
It's the evolution of the sex dolls.
To
isn't
be
it?
fair, one, it's the evolution, but also two, we live in a society where we just don't actually communicate. We communicate to respond to one another, but we're not actually listening to what people are talking about.
Wahala.
No, you're right. I get that. So you're thinking it's like this is companionship.
Yeah, for some people it is.
It's a survival story.
But I'm
True.
fascinated by the psychology of it, if I'll be honest with you.
For me, I just think it's a case that people just want to bang, man, and it's like what you were
Everybody
saying earlier.
fundamentally wants to be loved, innit? Regardless of their
I don't think it's
But-
that
Yeah,
though.
but
I
from
think
a
that,
sex doll, you're not receiving love.
I don't think it's
yeah,
that.
but then you know what? Some people don't really have interaction with women, or might not necessarily how to.
But I think the people that buy them
They
do.
have mothers.
No, I think the reason that buy them do. I actually think that it's like what you were saying earlier, when people just go one step, and then it just
It's
gets to
a
the point like,
multitude of
you know what?
things.
Boom! I'm gonna just go to an Android because that's the last thing I can find.
I don't see it as the biggest deal.
I know you wouldn't. You level 4 bands.
Is this a live recording?
You're like a what's it called? You're like a you're a Sith in this type of behavior. So
Sith Lord, yeah.
it's not for you. It's nothing special. But I just think what I don't kind of understand is, you know, why you would potentially spend that amount of money on the doll, but you would.
Well, did you? I take it you guys never saw a program that was on about sex toys, about sex dolls.
I saw it. I think
You
I did
saw
see
that
it.
one?
Yeah.
Where the people were talking. It was one of it. It was about companionship
Yeah, I saw
fundamentally.
that program.
But yeah, I think I might have seen a bit of it.
But again, so are we having? Obviously, we must have a subjective view of what companionship is because
It's from what I can remember of the program, a lot of the people wanted their women to be a certain way and do a certain thing.
okay,
You know,
yeah. So it's
and
control.
they-
Is that an element of control there then?
Yeah.
Yeah, but then I don't know, man. I think ego. Me with ego can't do that because why you controlling something that can't be can't be
you
told.
you
Can't say
I don't
nothing.
think, I don't think you can say that. For me,
You
like
need to ask these dolls for consent.
it's a rich boys game though as well because these dolls are not cheap.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
The really lifelike ones can go for anything from like $5,000 upwards.
I wouldn't even
Because
say
there was a company
that.
in America that actually makes them.
I mean, people.
And remember,
put
they
a lot
kind of
things-
they kind of tailor make them for the individual's need.
Yeah.
So-
Silicon Valley's making money.
People put a lot of things on credit now. You don't really need
You're
to
gonna
be.
put pussy on
Can you
credit.
imagine?
Yeah, they will put the
Yeah.
pussy doll
Pump 'em
on
on
credit,
layaway.
and,
So
And pay it off.
and they would
do
pay
you
it off
swipe
monthly.
the card in the those bottom?
Come on, man.
You know,
Swipe.
what,
Pussy,
what I
pussy
would like
button.
to ask Lady Andromeda
Tip drill.
is that Wahala said that
What?
my ego is too big, something alluding to that fact that I can't do this. How many men do you come across that give the perception that they have an ego, and then when the doors are closed, they're like bitches?
Well, quite a few.
Are you trying to? Is that on? Was that a shade?
Nope.
Was that a shadow you were trying to put on, man?
No shade,
It's a
bruv.
bit shady in here.
There's shadow.
No,
man,
get
trying
a
to
bit
drop on,
dark.
man, you know.
No
There's
shade.
shadow.
No shade.
Total eclipse.
Yeah, but there must be a few of those guys that
Half
kind
moon.
of give this impression of being a
Full
bad
moon.
man, and then
Total eclipse.
they come to you to get a service.
I would think that most of the men
Yeah.
that go to you is like that. I think what Stav was saying earlier about the men that have this power all over the place and they want to feel a certain way when they go to a woman. That's why they probably go.
Do you get a lot of guys like us? That
I
are
get
like,
all different types of guys.
yeah, but I'm
What are you
yeah,
referring
like
to as black men?
black men, you
Yes.
know, like us who,
Yeah.
you know, we would assume
She
that,
don't, she
that
don't
these
get,
guys.
she don't get black men like us.
Oh, you'd
No,
be
black
surprised.
men like us ain't going.
How
Are any
do
of you
you
going?
know?
No.
How
Yeah?
do you
Or
know?
am
I
I
get
wrong?
all different types
I'm
of
not
men.
going, but-
Yeah, I'm not saying you don't get all different types of men. I'm
Okay,
not saying
okay.
you-
But
I'm
no,
not
I
even
do
saying- I'm not saying you
not.
don't get
To be-
loud,
Okay, not
To me-
boisterous,
not
black guys.
specifically us. I'm talking about.
You're just
the-
saying general.
Yeah.
You're generalizing.
What happens when you see one of the men that you are doing whatever you're doing with on the street? Have you ever seen somebody that you do?
Yeah.
Something? How does it work?
I'm respectful because at the end of the day, like it's boundaries.
You should slap
You
him on his
know.
bum as you walk past.
Boy,
That's
yeah.
just disrespect, and at the end of the day,
That's your job.
yeah, no, I know
No,
that,
but he
I'm
hasn't paid her at that time, and he's not involved in that time. That's his time now.
Push
Isn't
your
it?
boundaries, innit, man?
All right, Frank, still dribbling.
It's about boundaries, you know,
But-
like, and consent. If I see my clients on the street, at the end of the day, they're normal people. They have
say
normal
hello, innit?
lives.
So do you speak to them or you just walk on by?
It depends on the circumstances and the situation.
Okay.
Most of the time, I do walk on by because it's about people having their autonomy.
And also, don't you want to have your own boundaries to show like this is me at my time? I'm
Yeah.
not lady, and even though you are to them, I suppose. When I'm outside of the dungeon or whatever, or the village, or whatever you want to call yourself, you
Dungeon.
are, you're not Lady Andromeda. I am who
Well,
I
no,
am.
the
That's the
thing
Ghanaian
about it
version.
is, like, everybody, like, some people are lifestylers, so they live that they live that BDSM lifestyle 24/7,
Okay.
365. You know, it just depends on the individual.
Okay.
But it's just everything's about boundaries and communication.
Okay. All right. So, on that note, L'Oreal have a new advert or poster scheme,
Oh, that stupid one with the girl with the hijab on. Yeah.
and the
Yes.
lady. This is a hair product advert with a lady wearing a full hijab, and you cannot see her hair.
ISIS, because I'm worth it.
So,
Oh no, you are taking the piss.
Man wants us to die in this place, man.
These people will come and find us like Back to the Future, man. They'll come in their little
Run up
in
on
their
them.
little truck and try and kill us. Flipping hell.
Why?
I'm not affiliated with you, the actor, you know. I'm going to unfollow you on
listen,
the gram.
It's a survival story.
Disrespectful.
You're the kind of man that would hear that there's IEDs out there. You go try to step on one. What's wrong with you, bro?
Marty, it's a job.
No. Listen.
Yeah, for real.
No, man. But yeah, I agree that obviously it sounds like a foolishness, but it's trying to be inclusive, isn't it?
No, that's when
No,
that's when inclusion goes too far,
nonsense.
bro.
It's not even about inclusion. It's just like it's a thing at the moment, so to speak.
What to use Muslims?
No, to seem inclusive. That's what it is.
Nonsense.
To appropriate.
to get minorities and include them in your advertising for the likes. So you
Do it stunting for the gram.
Yeah, but hold on a minute. L'Oreal's a hair care product, right?
Yeah.
And
Well,
you should
it's
be talking
actually.
into the
And the woman's wearing a hijab. I can't see your hair. So what's the point?
Underneath it's luxurious.
Yeah, who's gonna see that?
But it's just to be
And who's gonna hear you?
inclusive at the end of the day. It's
Turn me
Staples.
upset.
There's a couple strands they may see. You never know.
One strand.
It's enough. It's enough to show that it's luxurious.
No, I think it's just a foolishness, man. It really is a nonsense. It's like, I don't know, selling football boots to someone who's got no legs. You get me?
I
You
know
get me?
you're out of order.
But it's trying
She's
to,
pretty,
you
though.
know, she's a pretty girl, but
I'm gonna look
just-
at I'm gonna
I
look
don't
at it
get
from
it.
her point of view.
You know, one of the comments, somebody thought it was about makeup, and they said, "I know I came off because it's gonna be quick." And they said, "Asian girls, people with hijabs don't wear makeup."
What the hell is she talking about?
That's when
You need to go Green Street, bruv.
That's when you know.
Go
need
Forest
to-
Gate.
Sorry, Simple Simon. Go.
Jano.
Go Forest Gate. Go Forest Gate. Because Forest Gate, that's not the fish you use for the.
that's the fist, bruv.
Yeah, rags. I'm a bit mandem at times, you know.
I'm joking. Right. Forest Gate, that's all you see. Hijabs and makeup.
Yeah.
That's a porn section there as well. Category hijab and makeup.
Yeah,
So-
seriously.
Go on, Simple. Sorry for
No, I'm looking at it from the model's point of view. Yeah, when I think about it, like it must have been a really big thing for her because
Yeah, that's
I
true.
don't imagine you get very many mainstream products that are gonna want to have.
Yeah, but they're just wanting to. Sorry to
It's
cut you,
it's
but
exploitation,
It's
yeah.
exploitation.
Of course it is, but
Yeah.
at the same
Any
time,
money
Because
that she's not
you
Muslim.
think about when Nike decided to do the hijab,
yeah.
like that's something that you go to the Middle East, you'll find them things as standard in it.
Yeah.
I quite
and
like
it's
that,
like now,
that
why
they-
now in it? Like
No,
I bet you that the
understand
model.
that. If
I bet you that the
if I make
model
clothes,
is not Muslim, and I
Probably.
bet it's just a
no,
nonsense.
she is. She's a Muslim YouTuber. She does she's a fashion YouTuber.
Ah, okay. So
Or
they
make-
use
or make
so
up
they're
one of
using
them
her
things.
network as well. Then basically.
yeah, basically, because
Why
at the
don't
end
they
of the
do it
day,
for
everybody
makeup
knows. Everybody knows. No, she must do hair, but or makeup. But people are they use social media because it has such a big impact on everything.
And potentially, do you reckon that you don't actually have to show your hair to say that this is good for your hair? You don't actually have to show
There are adverts. So look at drink adverts now, for instance. Alcoholic beverages. They're not allowed to show the. They're not allowed to like show anyone drinking it or certain
Oh,
things.
smoking, yeah.
Yeah, or so they were banned. So that's why smoking alcohol adverts, and some of the cigarette adverts when they were allowed to do that because they're not even allowed to do that no more. They were some of the best adverts in the world.
Yeah, because they had to
use
be.
some-
Yeah, those
look
were them
at
old
Guinness.
school.
Look
Them
at
were their
Guinness.
old school Saatchi and Saatchi businesses.
Guinness had got some of the best adverts in the
Yeah,
world.
they do.
Just horses on waves.
Yeah, but the point of that is that they don't really need adverts because the whole of film and TV and sitcom does the advertising for them.
True.
A
Very
bit like
there's-
De Beers, the
Yeah.
greatest scam on earth.
Yeah, so they don't really need
And
to do
L'Oreal though.
advertise.
But L'Oreal's the same in this way.
Because characters have their favorite brand of stuff, like favorite brand of drink and favorite brand, so that you can do the advertising another way. So
no, not really by name.
We're
though.
talking about
Yeah.
a hair care product on a podcast where it's usually just fire back guys. Yes, and yes, I said that. Where we would never have spoken about it before. My point is, it's just like last week when we were talking about H&M. We're talking about this product now,
That's what they do now.
so it works.
It's all shock value, and
It
enough
works.
shock value is what makes people now become their form of advertising.
It's working.
That's how
It's free
that's how it is.
advertising. It's no different from back in the day when everybody used to have night ticks trimmed into their head.
Can you imagine that amount of free advertising?
People
that
still
man
do
used to
that now, though. People still do
Yeah,
that
but
now.
can you imagine the branding?
Yeah.
I was listening to a podcast the other day, and Wu-Tang were on it, and they were talking about the Wu-Tang sign, and that people have that tattooed on their face.
On their face.
Can you imagine? It's mad. Like people actually have that tattoo.
I'd rather
on
you
their
have a
face.
tattoo of a Wu-Tang sign than of a Nike sign.
it's tribalism, though, isn't it? That's what it is.
in
Yeah.
a strange way.
Or,
Yeah.
or an ice cream cone.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
What was that for? Is that for $1 billion?
That was
was-
Gucci
Ice-
Mane, innit?
Gucci Mane.
And
Yeah,
yeah,
what was the cone for though?
Was
Who
it?
knows?
He got it removed,
Wasn't
though.
it?
Was it Pharrell's brand?
No,
Yeah,
it was
ice
coonery.
cream.
Yeah,
No,
he's
Ice Cream
had-
Man was for
yeah.
selling drugs.
No, it was there.
There is an ice cream.
there was a clothing brand that-
Pharrell has.
Yeah.
But that's not why he put it on
He
his
put
face.
it to
He
sell
put it on
drugs.
his face because he was a coon.
He was selling drugs.
So you know what? Let me twist the subject. Back to this thing you mentioned about the bears and it being the biggest scam. If somebody proposed to you, would you have an issue with them giving you the bear's diamond?
Yeah, I don't actually want diamonds.
What would you prefer?
I'd actually just prefer
Just give me the
a
money.
crystal called Morganite.
I knew you were going to say crystal. Because obviously the discussion we had earlier, I thought that would be more of something towards...
Because it's about
Moissanite, you mean?
no, Morganite.
Which one is that then?
It's a pink crystal. It means eternal love.
See it there.
What's this bears thing that you're talking about?
You
De
talking about the
Beers.
bears?
It's a,
They make diamonds.
They don't make diamonds.
What are the diamonds people
They
do, innit?
own they own practically
The
most
diamonds
of the
people, yeah.
diamond
Mines.
mines in Africa.
They make diamonds.
They
Okay.
hoard the diamond. So they mine them. Obviously, you know about the trading and mining and the issues it causes.
Mm-hmm.
Then they hold the diamonds, so they have them and they store them to artificially raise the price of diamonds because basically you have a scarcity of diamonds.
Yeah.
So the
when
bears,
they're actually not that scarce.
They're
So that's
very,
why it's the best marketing.
They're the
scam.
least scarce
Oh,
mineral.
yeah.
there
I think
is.
Mr. Wolf thinks they make diamonds like in Superman where they crush the rock.
That's how they make diamonds, though.
and he'll remember that film as well.
That's how they make diamonds, though.
Superman
I
don't
do
come back.
remember that.
I watched that first
But
time
that's
around
how
in
they
the
make
cinema.
diamonds, as
Yeah.
Simon rightly said.
Over
It's
many
millions of years.
So
Or
Plus
the industrial
carbon.
diamonds, they just do the same thing
Yeah.
no.
in a machine.
No. Okay, because my wife and I have the same issue as you. We didn't want, for similar reasons, but we
Yeah.
didn't want like blood diamonds. So we agreed before I bought the diamond. This was a conversation. We didn't actually talk about marriage at the time. We were just talking about what your views on this. So I don't know if she was happy when I actually got her one, but we got a man-made diamond, a synthetic diamond. Oh,
Yeah.
so I
Dominique.
got her one. No,
A man-made one. Okay.
yeah. So it's a real diamond, real thingy is just made in a lab as opposed to made crushed under a mountain after millions of years.
Coal.
And it's made a bit, yes, from coal, but it could be any
Yeah.
carbon based. or anything.
Yeah.
So it's just as expensive as the real thing, but kind of yes and no. But it's always going to be clear, and it's just very hard to get a pure white one. You can get coloured ones very easily, but to get pure white is hard. So that is what we decided we were going to do, and then I actually gone and did it a year or so later, and she seemed happy with it. Who knows? Maybe she wanted. Maybe she was just talking at the time when we were just having a conversation.
This.
And then when I got her one, and she like, oh, you didn't actually get me to.
Did you tell her though?
Yeah. She knew. She
I know
knew.
You'd be the first. You probably first thing you said. It's not real.
No, it is real. That's always the thing because people say, oh, so it's fake. It's
Yeah,
like it's
yeah.
not fake.
It's not organic, it's synthetic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a GMO.
it's
It's
genetically more
It's weave,
modified.
isn't it? It's basically weave.
it's
Oh no!
You bought your wife weave
Your liberty.
to tell her that you want to marry her. My God.
I take offense to that.
No, that's liberty.
Because-
Even I kind of take offense to that one.
But you know, I just realized, because they are real hair weave.
it's
Oh Lord of mercy! there is some sort of synergy with what you're saying,
Yeah,
and
no.
so I might have to beat him up once we leave this place because
Fair enough.
it's hurt my
It's a
feelings.
survival story.
But would any of you guys do something
a
like
real ghetto story.
that? Would any of you guys do that?
What?
Would you buy a man-made diamond?
If I wanted to, yeah, why not?
If
No
if
big deal,
if a
man.
woman said, "Oh, I'm not happy about the bears things and blood diamonds," would you then go out of your way and just say, "Well, if I'm going to propose, I'm just going to get"? a
But the
handmade
same
one"?
thing could be said for our smartphones.
Yes, but nobody's going to give up their smartphone,
Yeah, I think that's more like
and a lot of people don't know about that.
they'll just blank that out of their brain.
In fact, some people don't even know about the diamonds.
But a lot of people do know that. A lot of people have this notion that some kid somewhere in the third world is, on a treadmill trying to power electricity to make these whatever they're doing.
Yeah, but I think, are you talking about actually the people in China assembling the phones, or are you
The
talking
whole
about the
shebang,
people in
really, isn't
which country is it?
It's
What,
all
Congo?
Congo,
Where they're getting the cobalt.
where they're getting
Yeah,
cobalt.
Congo.
Well, that's everywhere.
Is that-
and that's the only place they can get cobalt from as well.
Yeah.
You know what? I think so. For those of you that don't know,
like
cobalt
Wakanda.
Is the thing that
is-
makes your phone touchscreen.
You know that's what Wakanda. innit?
um,
It's not the monkey and Planet of the Apes. That's Kobo.
You find it in a lot of electronics, and it's in near enough every mobile phone that you have. It's something that they cannot make the phone without it.
That's
you find it like 95% of it or something like that. Like the vast majority of it is in the Congo, and I've heard that the government is gonna try and do some tax thing where they're gonna like try and basically make some money out of it, because they're getting pillaged, just like the Nigerians get pillaged of the oil, just like the South Africans and get pillaged of the diamonds.
It's more so Sierra Leone. They're the worst, isn't it?
Sorry, Sierra Leone. Yeah, so everyone, Africans
Wakanda,
just get pillaged of our natural resources, and I think the Congolese are saying we need to do something so that we can actually
not Brazzaville.
The Democratic. Okay.
Which is the one that always point issue?
That's both of them. Both of them. That's the old Zaire.
All right.
Yeah.
Nobody else want to talk about the diamond things?
No, but I got a question I want to ask.
Please, because we're running dry.
All right, so I put this in the group though. You haven't spoke about it. It's wow.
Go on. About the Anthony?
Yeah. So
I was going to mention that.
All right, so the Anthony, what's his name?
I've got no patience, you know.
Anthony Anderson from Blackish gets paid
one of my favorite programs.
Gets paid a certain amount of money for that program, but I heard he's the producer though. As executive producer of the program as well, and part of the writers,
executive producer,
thingy.
But one of the writers.
So Tracey
Ellis Ross,
who scares the life out of me.
Why?
The more I see her, the more acceptable she's becoming.
Not like somebody with eyes that big.
Oh, eyes are quite wide.
Yeah.
They're becoming more normal.
She looks through your
and
soul.
Big eyes. Yeah, she looks like if she looked at me,
bottom.
she could see.
She
has got a bottom.
Everything.
Yeah, she got big eyes.
She works out though, man. She works out.
But she's always scared me. Always. Every time I've seen that woman, I'm like,
she looks like she's
she looks like a sex doll.
No,
behave yourself.
No, one of the first ones that just like that, just look.
Behave
whatever
yourself.
you like.
What, them ones that you blow up? Yeah.
Yeah, just look.
I was just thinking, if I wake up in the morning and your eyes is watching me like that, I'm not.
What, are you scared? Is it one of them
believe
ones
it.
where you're like, I got a feeling?
No, it's just like
somebody's
yeah, those ones there in the background. Let's turn around in the kitchen. You want dinner, love? Huh?
Stay away. Stay over there.
You know when there was where you're make love to me and look me in the eye. No, never look at me. Never look at me. No.
Look at me when I'm talking to you.
No.
Alexa, turn off the lights.
The one there. She's a pretty woman, but I just scared the shit out of me. But anyway, she's saying that she would like to be paid the same amount of money.
She wants equal pay.
I think she gets like 10 grand less than him or something like that.
I have no idea what they get paid.
Apparently he gets like 80, she gets 70, I can't remember. But she gets per episode.
Because it's a big show, man.
I can't remember. But either way, she gets a little like about 10 grand, I think, less than him. But he writes the show, he narrates the show, he does a whole lot more than she does. Do you think that she should get paid the same amount of money than him?
No.
And if you was working in a job doing exactly the same thing as a woman, and you found out that this woman was getting paid, I don't even bother to ask Stafford this question because we know how type of nature he has in his heart now. But she's getting paid, let's say, £20,000 less than you.
Don't do it like that, because that depends on what you're getting paid. So
okay, so you're
20% less.
Okay, so 20% less than you. So let's say that you're getting paid £1 million to do your job.
Just hurry up, man, innit? Do the 20%, innit?
This is what I have
That's
to
it.
do with you every week. You tell me I'm cutting you off. This is why I cut you off. £1 million, whatever, a year, and she's getting 900,000 a year.
That's 10%. Okay, then.
Okay, 800,000 then. If you want to make it the 20%.
Jeez, can we just?
If you let me finish, then I'll be done, innit?
Hashtag let me finish.
Yeah, exactly. That you always complain about me. So 800,000, yeah. Would you be willing to go to 900,000 each, or would you fight for them to both get 100,000?
So which question are we asking?
Because you took
To
so
start
long.
with,
Can you ask the question again?
would you think that she deserves the same money as him?
Well, I think that's quite obvious that she doesn't, because he is the creator of the show and he does most of the work. He writes the show, produces the show, and he is one of the 2 stars on the show. So therefore, I think common sense will tell you that she shouldn't get the same amount. I am all for equal pay for women. I don't quite get the idea that, for example, Serena Williams doesn't get as much as Roger Federer. You know, all of that shit doesn't quite add up.
She shouldn't get as much.
Well, for me, there's a woman who is at the top of her game. There's a guy who is at the top of his game. They make similar amounts of money endorsement wise. And if she is a Grand Slam champion multiple times, and he is, I think personally,
Mr. Wolf, you're going against what you just said.
Oh, I think that women and men should get equal pay.
And Anthony Anderson should get paid more because he does more. But Serena Williams should get paid as much, even though she does less.
She doesn't do less than what
They
she
does.
They do.
She pays a whole set less, doesn't she?
Oh yeah. There is that, but it's the whole notion of women boxers and men boxers. Then
Women don't do they do 12 rounds?
they do 12 rounds, bruv.
And then they should get
Yeah,
paid.
then they should get paid the same.
I mean, I think that the tennis one, I think that's the only one that you can consider. Yeah, they do more sets and what
No,
have
does
you,
female
but
football run for 90 minutes?
They do 90 minutes, bruv.
Yeah, they
of
do.
course they
90
do.
minutes.
It used to be 60, you know.
I don't remember that, man.
Being
They
60,
do.
boy.
They do 90 minutes. But anyway,
Because simple Simon,
I digress.
them girls don't do what us men do.
I
No,
think,
it used to be 60.
That would have been a long time ago, then,
yeah.
man.
I
Go
think it's a very, very long
In the
time ago.
80s.
I thought that was
In the
patronising.
So you think that is definitely something that she shouldn't get the pay equal? Well, let's say that again. The second question, or do you want to go around first?
I would fight for her to get equal pay if we're doing the same thing.
But you wouldn't drop your pay.
No.
If they said to you that you'll drop your pay to.
I'm not dropping down in wages. It's the whole idea is the company has to be equal and bring her pay up to mine.
But they can't. Let's say that they can't. Do
What's
that.
But then that is their problem.
Who's that dude that does he did Taken? What's his name?
Liam Neeson.
Liam Neeson was talking about this subject,
Mm.
and he was saying that obviously it's terrible that women are getting paid less and etc. etc. And the interviewer said, "Would you be willing to take a pay cut?" Let me actually play the thing. Let me find it. You keep talking because the way he answered was wonderful. I love it.
Yeah,
wait a minute. Wait a
It's
goddamn
like
minute.
You've got actresses and actors. Then they do a similar job. Why
And then
should
they
a
have a
man
specific skill
get
set.
more than a woman in a big film, for example? So unless one is not as big as the other in terms of stature and accolades, then if they are equal, then they should get equal pay. It's quite simple as far as I'm concerned.
So what do you think, Lady Andromeda? What do you think about this equal pay?
Yeah, everybody should get equal pay. But if you're doing the lion's share of the work, then yeah, you should get more money.
Simple. Innit?
Okay, so what do you think about in the porn industry then? Because you're a part of the porn industry, and women clearly get more paid than men in the films. They're not
Yeah.
equal pay in that. Do you think there should be equal
I
pay
didn't
in
even
that?
know that.
Yeah, women get paid more than men.
That's one of the industries where women get paid more than men, but men tend to own.
See? Porn pioneering
own
Yeah,
again.
but
production
the men.
companies.
I was just about to
They
say
tend to own the
the
production
men
companies.
own the production companies, and it's kind of shifting now
Yeah, a lot of women
because what's going on now is you've got a lot of places where you can buy tailor-made clips. For example, you can Google it, clips for sale. I want clips, Kink Bomb.
Yeah, so women are like producing themselves now, innit?
Yeah,
They're coming off.
but this is what
porn
when I
films, innit?
last went to AVN, we actually went to a seminar about the whole movement regarding how porn's turning. So a lot of porn houses are actually starting to take a hit because fundamentally people are becoming more independent. They're making their own content and then they can market it. If you're a person that you've got like say 100,000 followers, 1 million followers, and you're making your own content, the game's changed.
It's a bit like SoundCloud and music.
Yeah,
and
the
stuff
game's
like,
changed.
And stuff like obviously
Yeah.
it's streaming now. So it's like porn's version of
Porn
streaming.
is exactly the same. Like fundamentally, porn kind of set that foundation because Clips for Sale has been open from I think since 2004 or 5. Can't quite remember.
And webcams have been
Yeah.
the YouTube of
Yeah.
for how long?
But
Yeah.
okay, so have you ever worked in a job before maybe you was doing what you're doing now and you found out there was a man doing the same job was earning more than you? Have you ever found that out before? That anything that's ever
Well,
happened
I've
to you?
always worked for myself.
Oh, okay.
Legend. Can I play this clip just before we continue?
Go on. Liam Neeson, yeah?
Yes, Liam
Alright.
Neeson.
There's a lot of discussion about it and a lot of healthy and necessary discussion about it because the disparity sometimes is disgraceful.
How do you think we can move past that?
We're starting and it has to start, and it's starting with these extraordinary actresses, and brave ladies, and we as men have got to be part of it, We started it, so we have to be part of the solution.
So would you take a pay cut to kind of equal things out?
No. No, that's gone too far. There has to be parity. There just has to be.
I'm with Liam Neeson, man. You get me?
No,
One time.
That's just
going too far.
Bitch better have my money. That's what he said.
You might as well say, no, you're gone too far.
If you don't pay me, I will find you and I will kill you.
I always say that you're meant to bring people. It's like, you know, when you have haters in life, when they look at you and it's like, you've got this, you've got that. And I've always said that I can be jealous as well of people, but I never try and bring them down. I try and bring myself up to whatever level I'm jealous about. And it's the same thing with this painting. Yeah, you can understand that this person has an issue and they have problems, and you can sympathize and empathize with their problems, but that doesn't mean I have to come down. It means we have to raise you up to where you should be.
I don't think a woman would be happy if they say, okay, well, you're giving him 1 million and giving me 800,000. Okay, we'll just give him 800,000. Oh, hold on. I want to get the million. No, we'll make it equal pay. We'll bring down 100, 200,000. I don't think the woman will be quite happy with that. So yeah, I agree with you on that.
Some women will be, some won't.
She might, if she's getting 500 and he's getting 1 million, and you're saying, oh, you're gonna raise me up to 750.
No, I'm rude because I'll be fighting for that million. I'm not here to play.
I'm saying that they're gonna bring,
especially if I know down. I'm good at what I do.
She has to come up as well.
I'm not here for ramping.
I hear that.
Like there's a saying in it: know your worth, add tax.
Know your worth, add tax.
Yeah,
and that's what my
heard that
virgin
one
does.
before, you know?
My virgin does that. And
yeah, that's like when the girls, like I used to run an escort agency, and like I used to also work in a massage parlor.
Hey, you've been an astronaut as well, haven't you?
Yeah, sometimes.
You've done it. Boy.
Well.
Sniff this.
Go
on, sorry.
Arawaska wash, look it up.
I don't even want to know what that is.
I don't want to know.
Go.
It's some bush. It's some spiritual stuff. It's some bush.
Okay.
It's not that bad.
All right, go on.
My virgin works for what? Oh, sorry, finish.
It's all right. Go on. Continue. You started, so
no,
we're gonna do it like Magnus Magnuson.
Give him
You've
the
started,
ball-
so
give him the
you
ball,
finish.
So I thought you had finished, so I didn't mean to cut you off there.
It's all right.
But in terms of the tax, a friend of mine does that. He does a lot of labouring, and the tax that he adds is slavery tax.
The man adds slavery tax.
He adds slavery tax.
He's a fucking hero.
You get me? So
he's a hero.
So for his people, he would charge a decent rate. He's not cutting himself short. But for white folks, he's adding tax.
Wow.
Proper tax.
So you mean he charges them more?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't even know what to say, and usually I got something to say.
I agree with the man, but I'll charge everybody more.
So basically,
it's not tax.
It won't mean
You gonna
anything
pay,
then.
you gonna pay, and you
So-
gonna pay.
it basically gives all black people mates rates.
No, you could say that,
I'll-
but
if it was me, I'd put it that way rather than saying I just charge white people.
no, that is what he says, and he goes around boastfully saying that.
Just highlight.
Yeah,
Until they come for him, boy.
Wow.
So
he's a sole trader as well. He works for himself, so
Okay.
he can do what he wants.
HMRC will be like, yeah,
So-
reparation tax, yeah. All right.
you said that you used to run an escort agency, yeah?
Yes.
So question. There is
Go on.
five.
Tell me how you feel about
There's
it.
5 boys here, yeah,
Yeah.
or 5 man them here. Yeah?
Would you run an escort
I can
agency?
see
in
where
space?
where
Right.
this is going.
Which one of the man them do you think would fetch the most money?
I thought it was the other way around. I thought it was going to be which one of the men looks like the most person that would actually want an escort.
No, I was saying fetch the most money.
Interesting. You looking at crutches?
No, I'm looking at physiques.
Okay.
I'm fat, out of shape.
But that's
Yeah, but
that's a
sometimes-
fetish, you know.
Out
That's
of shape.
You're a teddy bear.
Acne, sweat hogs.
You're a teddy bear.
You're
Turn
a
the
fetish.
music down.
Innit?
I'll
He's a
take
teddy
my
bear,
robe
innit?
off.
Earn
Yeah, no,
music
it's a
back.
fetish.
You
yeah.
got a beard as
There's
well.
lots of
These
things
guys
that are
don't know.
fetish.
These guys don't know, man.
Okay, go on then. Sorry.
Ravishing Rick Rude. You
I
get
know.
me?
I know exactly who you was talking about. Go on.
Bad.
But who do you think would fetch the most money?
You three.
So the 2 brothers that got no
Did you
money.
s-
We got no ratings.
But did you say the way Simple just went like this? Yeah.
So hold on.
Well, it depends on how I would market
Hold
it.
on.
Simple
It
is
would
lean
also-
Hold on. The listeners don't know what three you're talking about.
Simple just listened to a song by Fat Joe
Well, it depends.
and Remy Ma because he just went lean back.
Simple
Of
went,
course.
Yeah, but then you know what? I don't really know what's underneath the hood and
That's gonna get you
thing.
more money than everything else.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What's
You would
under there.
fetch.
That's Medusa's haircut is underneath
For real,
there.
he's got long flowing dreads. They're longer than those.
Oh, is it?
Like when he was saying that was his hair.
Longer than
When,
those.
you know what he was saying before? What was that? And he said that's his hair. He wasn't joking. That is his hair.
I see.
Oh, you
Something
thought
like
you
that.
thought you were taking the mic?
I just was like, what's really good in it? If you don't ask the question, I don't know in it.
Oh, good God. Anyway,
Yeah, that's
so
his hair, man.
so she picked out Simple Simon, Mr. Wolf and that actor.
But then
the
you
two
see-
with dreads and the sweet boy. So, could you explain why?
You would make money, but
She's saying
Stavros, but it would be a very specific type of woman.
The old white women.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was as well. Pat Butchers. Pat Butchers are kind of a straight away. I want him. I want that one. I want that one.
Pat Butchers
But we got
Maureen.
We got women with 6 packs. We got women with 6 packs.
you
No,
roll like that,
I
man.
want somebody to fade.
Butcher, bro.
I want
But
somebody to fade.
women are completely different from men.
We've discussed this on the podcast before.
Butcher
though.
and
That,
Maureen.
like, there was a period in my life where that is just...
Was that what
F
you
was
was just
chasing
like?
me.
Women were just chasing me, man.
F4 was on his case.
They wanted.
It
They
was-
wanted.
Want you.
It was a running joke that old white women was gonna be on Stav's case when we went to a club where you happen to see old white women. They're gonna make a beeline for me.
Oh, wow. Look at the darkness.
Darkness, everybody, darkness.
And
Exactly.
Pat Butcher like white women as well. Like, you know them ones that had a rasta.
Carol,
that,
look at him.
that had a rasta back in the 80s, and then he cheated on her and left her with mixed race kid, and now she's looking in the clubs for the next dude, and she's coming to me.
Man, just put out the whole life of Pat Butcher, boy.
Yeah.
Boy.
Oh,
Sorry,
wait, hold on.
anyways.
Wait a minute. So all these poor man can fetch money. I can't fetch nothing. It's like I'm offended, you know. I can't be a good whore. That's what I'm thinking to myself. Like,
Yeah, but women are completely different. Sometimes some women want it just as an aesthetically, just like aesthetically.
I'm happy that she hasn't actually like sued you and said no, you would make any money. She just went past it. Can you talk about the three that you think will fetch the most money and why?
Totally dismissed you.
Exactly.
I'm not interested in me.
I think I could talk my way into some money. I'm gonna have to sell myself.
You
Well,
took
it's
yourself
also
out of
about.
money.
It's
Show her the
also. It's
streets.
I have a nice
also.
leg.
Just
Can you
show her the
shut up?
stew stain.
But
Ain't
I-
shouting to me.
I would show them the stain though.
Yeah.
The vest. Good.
The dominatrix
But why,
came
why,
out there.
why would these three fetch the most money?
Yes. Can we let our guest talk because she ain't gonna be here next week?
Nah, I'm not. Well, behave yourself.
Yes, miss.
Or else I'll throw that.
Leave it at that. Leave it at
Did
that.
you want me to give you the ball gag?
Nobody wants that
Oh,
ball gag.
keep that thing away. Check
Yeah,
out the
the ball gag.
check out the social media and you'll see. In fact, I'm gonna take a picture of it and post it up.
Man's about actually
And say,
scared of
this
the
is-
ball
this
gag.
is-
It's quite funny actually.
Yeah, man.
I should have brought bamboo cane instead.
You should put it on the floor, really, and not even on that
Bamboo,
chair.
we're all African. Bamboo cane is stuff we've experienced in life. It's nothing
Yeah,
new.
but I'm sure you lot didn't have it on the soles of your feet.
Let Miss
What-
Andromeda
what
answer this
convoluted
question. I can't even remember the question.
That's not as bad as
Can you
The
remember?
soles
bloody
of your
face.
feet.
Okay, yeah. Hit me on
soles of your feet.
because I didn't get slapped in the face.
That,
soles
I
of
think
your
that hurts
feet.
though.
With soles of your feet.
Yeah.
Soles of your feet.
A Nigerian man's feet.
Do you know they use-
Do you have Nigerian clients?
Yeah.
Have you seen their feet?
Yeah.
Have you tried this bamboo cane? Doesn't it destroy it?
No.
Okay. I would expect it to be brittle after he's been hit by a Nigerian.
You Nigerian clients, man.
I thought it's too creamed.
Bye. I don't know what got into you,
Your
man.
foot is too creamed. What the fuck? You supposed to get this guy?
Sorry, anyway, we still haven't even got to why the three guys in question would make the most money.
Well, they'd look at the actor in a superficial way with the dreads and be like, yeah.
But he's very skinny though, so is that no problem?
Some people like slender.
Okay.
Because they just might think the dick is long, isn't it?
Okay,
He's got this kind of sweet boy thing down patterned.
that's
Yeah, standard. Yeah.
we don't even have to say who
don't
it
even
is.
say that one.
Yeah,
You still do, because the people might not know.
Mr. Wolf is the sweet boy.
Can we just establish the fact he doesn't think he's a sweet boy? You know.
Oh boy, bye. The way you came in here, you swanted in here like one.
Thank you. Thank you. This is a stranger. This is a stranger. We
How
haven't
did
met
that
this.
come
We
in?
haven't
He
met.
was all mad, humble, and just like, oh,
Sweet
yeah,
boy-ish.
just, you know, he finessed it. He walked in and finessed.
Was he flexing his
You
chest?
know-
He
as
was finessing, like
I'm
you know
just
those
a
ones where
calm
he no,
individual,
you was
you know?
just dropping some Sade, smooth operator.
She called you Sade. Sade.
But then it's natural.
She took
then.
it back to the 80s.
But then it's
Yeah.
natural then, because there was nothing
You
intentional.
was rolling.
Look at the humbleness.
smooth.
Well, it's natural then, isn't it?
No, I'm just cool in a
You
general
just
way. innit?
drawing the Yoruba swag, yeah?
That's it. It's
Hey.
the Yoruba swag.
Hey, Mr. Wolf.
Say nothing.
You remember them arguments you used to have with me about me being a sweet boy? Nah, that's what I told
Listen,
you.
You were always a
No,
sweet
but I
boy.
know
No,
once
it's your
you
turn,
lot
you
all
know.
put
It's
your
your
yeah, I was about to say when you put your suit on, then it's a whole different thing. I know when you shape up everything real nice. Just put two perfume on.
She's talking about Simple Simon right now.
Man, a Rasta, man, don't shape up in a Rasta.
Leave me alone, innit?
Listen, can I tell you that this guy used to when we used to rave back in the 80s, back in the day, yeah, we there was
everything was all neat.
There's certain people here that went and got new custom suits every time we went raving.
Yeah, no, that's why I said
not off the peg, you know.
No, that's Savile Row shit.
Yeah, Taylor.
Leave
Yeah,
me alone,
Taylor.
man.
You know, I looked at his shoes. I said, okay.
You know you live through your boy because you can't fetch any money. I'm just looking at that simple like yeah,
I won't forget you, bro.
I'll pimp anyway. I just know I have to pimp then, innit? I can't even do anything. I just have to pimp.
So Mr. Wolf has the suave sweet boy thing going on, and you think the women will like the chocolate.
Yeah.
The actor's
That
a victim.
actor
is a victim.
is just, you said it's just a
victim.
Yeah, you're being objectified.
yeah, he's being objectified. He's got the dreads. You think he's got some sort of, I don't get why, but he maybe looks.
But also
attractive
because we're
and
like,
he's slim.
women would ask him, "Oh, what do you do?" And he'd be like, "Oh, I'm an actor." So they would be like,
Oh, did they? Okay, they talk to you first. I thought they just choose you like this one, this one, please.
Yeah, well, no, you've got to have a profile. Like people are gonna want to. It's like
Yeah.
you're gonna have to sell yourself, innit?
It's not just a picture.
Okay.
You have to find out what you do.
So, but
It's a bit like when when women go to the sperm bank. Like in America, like you got the NFL players, you got the people that have gone to Harvard, Yale. Like
I don't know how that's how they do it.
Yeah, they brand the sperm, bro.
they brand the
brand it, bro.
sperm.
But if I ever end up in them situations,
Do they have Negro sperm,
I'm just gonna
like?
make my woman pay for me.
A what?
Do they
a what
have
sperm?
Negro sperm?
Negro
banks?
sperm. Do they have it? Do they do it by race?
Of
No,
course, they do
they-
it
they
by
do it
they
by
pattern
everything.
it. They patterned, in the words
How
of
can
my
they not
comedy,
do it by
they
race?
patterned the
I
thing.
don't know what you're doing.
So if you're a white woman and you expect a white baby and then it comes out looking
Brown.
light skinned like Drake, yeah, what are you gonna think? Oh, you should have told me.
I don't know. I don't know how these
I
things
don't
work.
mind any race. Just give me the
Just
sperm.
hold the L there, bro.
Let's give me the sperm.
Hold on, I can be ignorant about certain things, you know. I
Here's
don't
the
have
L,
to,
yeah?
I don't have to.
Here's the
I
L.
can keep it in the
Here's
fridge.
your L.
I will boot that.
Here's your L. Here's your L.
bruv.
Yeah, you keep holding
Hold
that.
that gag and put it in your mouth, start.
How can you ask whether or not they care about the race?
No, I didn't say whether they care. I don't
Do
know.
it like
I didn't know
Marcellus
that it's all
Wallace.
section. Like they have here's the black section, here's the Hispanic section, here's the white section.
course.
And within this white section, here's the highly
That is the
educated.
first section
So
everybody's going
do they do it by price then? So the white people, you pay
Yeah.
$100 per sperm, and for the
Well,
Hispanic,
no,
you spend
I think
25.
if memory
No.
serves me right,
Like, which one's the
I'm not
cheapest?
entirely sure
Oh,
how
they-
they do it, but they do it. They do
Grade.
categorize
They
it.
grade the sperm.
So what's the cheapest sperm gonna be then? Like
No.
the poor
Trailer
uneducated,
trash.
the poor uneducated
Yeah, man.
person
Food sperm.
from Texas.
It might be a trans sperm.
Just behave yourself.
That sperm is the same sperm, innit?
Yeah, but if
What is it gonna be? A different sperm?
It's gonna be a different color if it's trans. It's gonna be rainbow sperm.
no, but maybe
You're
they-
gonna hold the same L that Stab's holding now, man. The sperm's the
Give
same
him the ball
sperm.
gag, man. Give him the ball gag.
Don't be foolish.
Everybody's scared of this gag,
Man
man.
said, "Don't be foolish."
Get me.
That reminds me
Okay.
of slave times too.
All right, this ball gag you have, you bought in something. It's a ball gag.
Yeah.
For those of you that don't know, think
This
of
ball gag you had, you bought in something. It's a ball gag.
yeah.
That's a bit of an oxymoron.
Think of
Now you deserve to get cut off for that one.
I should get cut off.
Let's carry on.
Pulp
Alright.
Fiction, innit? And Marcellus Wallace.
Yeah, think of Pulp Fiction and what the dude had straps to. Well, it's not Marcellus Wallace, isn't it? It's isn't it the Gimp that had it in his
Yeah,
mouth?
the gimp.
The Gimp had it. in
Marcellus
his mouth.
Wallace had
Wallace
one
had it
in
in
his
his
mouth.
mouth.
Oh, he had one too.
Yeah,
Sorry, my mistake. So
they all had one.
it's one of them things because I would have known
Yeah.
from the
It's a
the
small
title.
rubber ball.
A small rubber ball that you put into a person's mouth with a leather strap attached to it that you strap up behind
Secure
their,
behind their neck.
secure. So can you tell us when and why you would use this and why somebody would allow you to put this in their mouth?
Well, I'd put one under your mouth because you talk too much.
Okay, that's the proverbial you, by the way. So carry it, continue
And I'd still do that with subs too.
with
subs.
Yeah, when they talk too much. Sometimes subs talk and I'm just like, I don't want to hear you talk. Bye. Be quiet.
Being submissives.
So okay, how does this sub thing work then? How do I come? You come to my house and just submit me for a couple of hours and then leave, or I don't know.
Submit like a
I-
crippler crossface.
Yeah, man.
Like a figure 4 leg lock.
Do you
Man's tapping
make
out.
them
That
tap
is a
out?
fetish, actually.
For real?
Yeah,
they're
wrestling
wrestling, innit?
fetish. I have a friend. She I used to go to school with her. She actually does submissive. She does actual wrestling.
Submissive moves.
So yeah, no. They do like some guys. It's a fetish where they like to wrestle women and be overpowered by women.
Wow. world we live in.
That's the most acceptable thing I've heard so far of the list of things.
Well, no,
As in something you would take part in.
No. But,
Well, it
to be
depends,
honest, actually,
because
if
lots
that's
of
my
thi-
missus and I was gonna have some fun, why not? I could have
Well,
fun
lots
with
of
that.
people have
Dress up
all
like-
different fetishes. Like some people have a hair fetish, some people have a nail fetish, some people have foot fetish. Like some people fetish black women, so like they only go to black women doms.
Have you ever had somebody come to you and say that they want to do racial stuff?
Yeah.
Have you turned it down or would you do it?
Do you know what? When I do racial humiliation, I actually get them to actually research and I get them to learn about our culture properly.
So what does that mean? Explain.
So I actually have got like a training program.
Did you give them a copy of Roots?
Yeah, cool.
So who does the racial? You.
Yeah, they want me to be like racist towards them. So
Oh.
But then there's
she
some-
is the dumb.
So
Although you have an alpha, you mentioned.
yeah,
Are
So
you
we'll-
ever
we'll-
dominated?
no,
Okay.
Oh, what's this alpha then?
he's just my even kill basically.
You're who?
He's just my partner. He's
Oh,
the
you
he's
said
the even kill. Even
Can-
kill.
okay,
So
even
he's the,
Can I? So okay. So that's. I'm gonna.
I thought she said
I'm gonna get to that
even
question
kill.
about partners in a minute.
Same thing.
Right. But the question I'm asking is, we've obviously been in this place for a few hours now.
yeah.
And obviously I'm getting used to you. You seem like a really nice person. So I'm getting to a point where I'm actually feeling. Okay.
Well, that's the thing with a dom is supposed to. For me, like this is how I view it. Like everybody views domination very differently. It's like eating jollof, innit? Like everybody cooks their jollof.
I'm not talking about the reason why I'm saying I think you're a very nice person. Just saying that I've got to a point where I feel not attached to you, but I've seen you as you are. So then I'm starting to worry about you. Yeah.
Why?
Because I'm thinking, what happens when you're in these situations and you're with these men? What happens if one of them wiles out? How do you deal with that? What happens?
Well, it depends on when you say while out in what capacity.
just
Like,
start
for
going-
example, okay, like I had we had a party. A friend of myself and two other doms, and I was in another room. I was doing a beat down. I was actually doing ball busting in another room, so I was basically stamping on this man.
God.
This is why I'm saying. This is why I scroll past the BDSM section because, like, I see one time I see a
I've
guy
seen the
getting his
videos,
balls
yeah.
getting kicked in, and for me, I was the distress that hit me.
Do you know what's really actually quite interesting with there's a gentleman that I know
there's nothing
he
interesting.
solely is into ball busting, and he's actually, when you feel his scrotum, it's actually quite rubbery.
Of course, it will be.
He's been tough
Because
enough,
he's
innit?
been, yeah, that's what I was just about to say. It's a bit like when you're doing caning. Like if someone's into caning, their bum actually starts to lever up,
Yeah.
and becomes, depending on the tools that you're using,
Oh Lord.
So you got to whip him
Accustomed
harder.
to it.
yeah, they become accustomed to
Okay,
it.
so you was ball busting this guy and then
builds
in
up
the
a
other room.
tolerance.
And then basically another friend of mine, she was actually caning her submissive, and there was a guy who actually had a previous trauma with another dom that he had previously been to. So he actually had a proper meltdown once he saw the cane because it brought back all the memories.
Okay.
So like with BDSM, a lot of people think, oh yeah, I can just be a dom just like that. You need to go and learn your craft.
Now I'm talking about if some man just wiles out and tries to attack you.
Touch wood, I've been very fortunate. I've never been in that situation.
So do you have like a bodyguard or somebody outside or somebody that
well,
panic
it kind of
button or something?
depends. But sometimes, yes. I always check in and I tell I have peers that
Okay.
I'll be like, I'm going to session. I'm there for X amount of time. Holler at me. Like if you don't hear from me from a certain time,
And it's more dangerous if you're going to South London.
it's more dangerous if I go North London, really.
Well, I can understand that too.
But they got people getting their heads chopped off over this side. Like you don't hear about that in South. You just get a little gun business.
I
and
didn't remember
thing.
the head chopping.
Yeah,
Just a little
sorry, I
gun
just had to bring it there.
get a little gun business.
Oh, we know that they
Hey.
season their food with gunpowder, innit?
Hey, they don't play.
Gunpowder and shrapnel.
And they use cocaine as toothpaste.
Okay, lady.
She never went into the ball thing. You never really told us how.
Eat
Well,
pop
no,
it on it,
because
innit?
You use it.
basically I kept on getting like interjected. That's why I didn't.
Can you continue, please?
Yeah, sure. So I tend to, depending on the type of clientele, sometimes I don't want to hear no one's mouth. If they're a brat, which is like a person that like really likes to test boundaries, so just think of a small child, but just have it as an adult form. So they'll push the boundaries of you will ask them to do something and then won't do it. So they'll want the punishment.
Oh, I see.
Okay.
So they'll push it. So you fundamentally react because that's what they want.
Can I ask, what's the weirdest fetish you've come across?
Balloons. Where people actually like. If you ever go on Clips for Sale, they've got really unusual categories. And I saw that the other day, balloon fetish, where people actually like when people pop them and like sit on them or like jump on them. That's the fetish.
Weird.
I thought it was quite cool.
Can I also
That's more weird than having somebody stick their whole hand up and arm up your ass.
Can I also ask?
Yes.
Sorry, simple.
Did you say yes?
Have you had a situation where you've had to call 999, not for violence, but for the ambulance? Like someone may have passed out or...
Well, no, I'm into breath play, so I actually know how to make people pass out, but no, bring them back.
Like Jack Bauer.
Yeah. A lot of my submissives know I'm heavily into breath play, but I don't do it with everybody. I actually sit down and I do have like a questionnaire where I do ask them really pertinent questions.
So how do you...
What is breath play?
What? Do you just choke them or what?
Yeah, I can do a real good sleeper hold and take a man out just like that.
Sound like Jack Bauer, boy.
For real, that's what I'm saying.
Or actually, I do also like a good rubber tubing. That's quite good.
I don't know
What is that?
So you know, like how you get the Pilates bands and stuff like that, and you get the rubber tubing versions of it. Yeah, I like to wrap that around people's necks and make them go to sleep.
Raggle.
Wow. Damn.
Proper choke.
Is it going too far to ask about money?
No, you may ask.
You sure?
Yeah, it's fine.
Like what?
What do I charge an hour?
Is just by hour, not by what you're doing? Or
Well,
is
it depends. It depends.
so
because if I'm doing hard sports, which is champagne and if I'm doing champagne and
you have
caviar,
to explain all these things.
I will do.
Yes, I'm a road man. I'm not even a real road
Okay.
man. I'm a fake road man. I don't know what it is.
This is you, you know.
Pavement
It's
man.
oh so quiet. Shh. Shh. Right.
Who you talking to?
You.
No,
Shut up.
no. Because I'll just. Where's your mic?
There's another mic here, yeah?
Yeah. Just, no. You're not coming here with shush.
But
nothing.
let me tell you something. The way that-
No, before we finish,
You see?
no, because you can't do that to me. Because not even because I even have an issue with you doing it there. My woman will hear this, and she cannot allow another woman to shush me. My woman can't shush me. You can't shush me.
But
And
your
on the-
mum shushes you,
on the
doesn't
real,
she?
That's my mum. And on the real, you can't do that here. So I respect you. You respect me. That's cool.
Okay,
No
fair
problem.
enough.
Please continue.
Right. But you know he's going to interject again because
He-
that's
and-
what
and
he
hates-
does.
and he hates it
and
when
he hates
everybody
when
do-
people
do
does
it
it
to him.
as well.
And
That's
what
a
I'm
funny
trying to say,
thing.
innit? That's what I'm trying to say. Look at his face.
What you do?
Look at his face.
What you do?
Look,
is
you're
when I'm
both
talking-
you're all interjecting on one another,
Yes.
and that's
Sounds
what
getting
people
kinda low,
happen
big
to
guy.
say when they're like, you know what, you lot will be listening, and then you lot, we can't hear what everybody has to say.
Yeah, there. Go on, say what you're saying, Lady Andromeda.
So now, basically, hard sports or caviar is actual me defecating in people's mouths. Water sports. So if I've told you what that is, it pretty much is champagne, i.e. I urinate in them. But then some people also are into vomit play as well. And blood play. There's lots of different plays. Lots of
Blood
things are fetishes.
Hold on. Right, so we all know Biggie Smalls album where the man says that the woman wants to shit on his stomach, yeah? That's bad enough. You're telling me people want you to shit in their mouth?
Yeah.
So what do they do? Do they spit it out or?
Some people eat it. Some people...
Oh, God.
Jesus Christi. Michael, hey, we are praying this very night.
Yeah, so
So hang
But
on.
we're getting the Bible out.
We are getting it
So hang on.
out.
Okay, so people eat that. Would they?
Look how cool he is. Like,
No,
yeah,
because I'm thinking.
people eat that.
On
It's
it-
about submission.
Yeah,
You know,
but
like some people see it in the contents of that. They're willing to submit to their mistress or their master, whoever they're submitting to, the dominant, and they're willing to take everything.
But then, would that person possibly request you eat a certain diet?
Well, I tend to do eat a certain type of diet if I'm gonna do like hard sports sessions, because I only electively When I do hard sports sessions, I actually book them in advance.
So you eat a pounded yam, maybe
I tend to be. I tend to be I go veggie.
You go veggie.
Yeah.
Try pounded yam is the best thing.
But what I'm saying
Yeah,
is,
no, I agree. I'm not gonna lie. I have to agree with you.
It's the best
That's
thing.
like some boiled dumpling and some green banana and all them things there. Yeah,
just settle them very well.
Sweet corn
And
is good
that's-
in it because
and-
that comes
and
out the
that's
other
not
side
meat.
kind of whole, so they can taste that.
yeah, because
still,
you can't
whereas-
digest it.
Mm.
Or nuts as well.
I
But
can't
then you've
believe
got
having
to
this
also make sure that the people are not
Seeds, yeah.
allergic to nuts.
Oh wow! Oh, can you? How do you tell the hospital that?
I just tell them rags because I don't care.
No, but when they get there, allergic to.
Well, I'm allergic to prawns, so I've always got to carry an EpiPen.
Ah, okay.
So
Wow, that's crazy though.
What happened to you, sir? Well, I was doing
Hard sports.
doing hard sports and
What,
shot nuts.
football.
Had a bit of an anaphylactic shock, didn't I?
well, you think about it, like the doctors at A&E, they see everything,
Everything,
and
yeah, it's true.
anything, you know.
Okay, so can I ask you another question? I know it seems like we're just asking you questions because
okay.
it's a very interesting thing that you do, isn't it? So you talked about your alpha partner type
my
thing.
partner.
So
Your
how's it?
boyfriend.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
How does it work? Do they ever get jealous? Is there any customers that they might say to you, you know what, I don't like that particular customer, I wish you don't go and see that one? How does the boundaries cross over into your relationship with this type of situation? How do you keep it so everybody's cool, there's no beef type thing?
Well, I'm very honest, so I kind of anybody I've been in a relationship with, I've actually sat them down and explained everything
Okay.
to them. I show them what I do. Like, I show them the content that I make, the types of content that I make.
Wow.
And most of the time they react how?
Well, my previous partner, he had latex fetish and he met me doing that stuff.
Okay,
so
okay.
he's that's what he was into. So it was never really an issue.
Okay,
Sorry, go on.
So you most of the time it's people that may be around the industry or understand the industry that you.
No, not all the
So
time.
what about somebody that's like the everyday office worker?
Yeah,
And he just you see each other outside. He takes the fancy to you. You go on a few dates. Eventually,
no, I told them from the beginning.
from
I
the
don't.
very-
I don't.
You
play.
don't even go on the date.
I don't play that
So
game.
hi, my name is Jim. Hi, I'm Lady Andromeda.
No, I tell them.
I'll put my hand up man's ass. That's how you greet him.
No. If
What-
people ask me what I do, I tell them I'm a dominatrix.
Oh, okay. So then obviously that's even an icebreaker. That's a conversation that is on its own. So then after that, did it take them a lot of time for it to come round in their head, or do most people just like, you know what? That's
some
what she does?
some people are there. It depends on the person. Some people be like, okay, initially, and then they do find an issue with that, which I can totally understand.
Yeah, because it could be a case that. Sorry, go on.
No, it was me.
Go on. I've talked a lot. Go on.
No, I was just going to ask, do you tend to find in the relationships that you've had with the regular Joey, I say in inverted
Well, my
commas,
ex-partner was a engineer.
okay, do you find that you are still the dominant person in a relationship, or
No, it's
are you
to me, a relationship is a 50-50 thing. It's a partnership.
I agree that it's a partnership, but we've also spoke about our 11th question, haven't we? So if there's 11 decisions that need to be made, yeah, and you both agree on 5 of them, how are you making the 6th decision, and you kind of can't get to terms with his decision and he can't get to terms with yours? How do you deal with that?
I kind of we all got to meet halfway.
Because for me, and I could,
A lot of men don't like the idea of their partners being some form of sex worker, whether it will be an escort, domination.
most people, I would assume that would be the case. Yeah.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, it's kind of the preconceived idea how media projects it. And at the end of the day, men are very territorial, and they don't want to be having the thought of someone
else touching
their woman.
It's sharing. isn't it?
What has the media
simple.
portrayed that you say this is not what they're showing is not the real?
Well, there's a multitude of things. I'm not saying that, like, within the sex industry, people are not trafficked, because they are. I'm very honest with that. But everybody's got like a preconceived idea that like a sex worker is someone that's like standing up on the road, selling themselves.
In the situation when you're with your partner,
Yeah.
do you sometimes feel to yourself, let's say that you do what you do for work, innit? Like
Yeah.
me, I do certain things for work. I don't really want to go home and do work again, yeah?
Mm.
Alright, so let's say that you're with your partner and he's asking you to do stuff like you do at work. Not to say that you don't want to have sex with your partner, because of course you do, but you don't want to do it this way.
I'm very sexual.
Yeah, you don't want to do it this way. You don't want to get into you don't want to be Lady Andromeda. You want to be who you are, yeah?
Mm.
Does that ever get to a point where you're like, I don't want to do that today. I want to just be me. I don't want to feel like I have to get into... Do you feel like that's a caricature in the first place? Or is that you, Lady Andromeda?
To be true to yourself, that's part of me. It's just a part of me.
Okay.
Doesn't mean it's everything that I do.
So
I'm a mum. I'm a sister. I'm an auntie. You know, like as people, we wear a multitude of different hats. Like some of you are fathers, some of you are uncles, some of you are cousins. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So, but do you feel like at times you just want to switch that side off? When in the bedroom or whatever, and you're just like, you know what, I just don't want to do that.
Yeah, but how my relationship with what I do in the bedroom to what I do for work are two different things.
Ah, okay, all right, cool. So I was just wondering, sometimes you might think to yourself, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do what I did with Jim yesterday. I want to do what I do with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Type of thing.
Yeah, but there's a different connection.
Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah, there is a local
Like, I
connection.
still connect with my clients because I have to give them the best possible service. I make a tailor-made service.
Does that not sometimes make you feel a bit overweight though? Not you, like the way that you connect with them, and it gets to a point where you're just like, you know, I know that this person's kind of falling for me.
Yeah, then
and
I
can't
tend to.
give, I can't give them
no,
that.
but then I always make it very clear, and I have check-ins with my clients, especially if they're a long-term client. I like to know what's going on for my clients because then I know what's going on in the headspace. So when I am doing a session with them, things might get brought up which I might not be aware of.
Okay.
You know, because at the end of the day, when you're doing a session with someone, you're connecting to them on a very deep level. You know, they're fundamentally, as a submissive, they're giving you the responsibility. You know, and the submission, I believe, is a gift. You know, I don't abuse it. You know, and it's something that they're committing and they're allowing me to do anything to them, and I've got to respect that.
It's true, you know, still.
I've got to respect that at the end of the day because they don't have to; they're choosing to. You know, there's a big choice in that.
Can I ask what made you want to get into this industry? What was the appeal?
No, flexibility actually, because I'm a parent. I could work everything around my daughter.
Very interesting. And do you think that this affects her in any way?
Yeah.
What
Well, she actually kind of likes it because I have slaves come, like my long-term personal slaves, they come and clean my house. So
Wow.
This is getting too much now. They even got houseboys.
houseboy is great.
Can you imagine houseboys?
How do your family feel about it? Like, you know,
Well, I never met my dad's side of the family until I was 25, so it was kind of different. You know, I just said to them from the beginning, I'm a dominatrix.
and it took a while, and
Dummy who?
it kind of settled in.
Well, no, they're all older than me. They were like, "You're just like our dad. You're crazy." They just rolled their eyes.
What, how old were you when you started doing this?
As a dom,
Mm.
say about 25, 26, because I used to kind of do stuff with my partner, so it's kind of like a natural progression. And when I
so he
used
was
to-
into it before you
Yeah.
started. Oh, okay.
But
So do you
then-
think he turned you onto it then?
Well, no, because when I used to run the escort agency,
Oh.
like sometimes I would have clients come in and the girls wouldn't want to piss on them. I'd be like,
I'll do it.
I'd piss on them. No way.
Get
Why
me the
not?
water. Get me the Evian, please, people.
Simple. Did you have something you wanted to say?
Yeah, I was going to ask, as a practitioner of the fine arts,
I like the way you put that. That sounds really eloquent.
I'm really curious about whether there's a hierarchy system within the different segments of the industry that you're in. Is there a set of people that are looked up to and a set of people that are looked down to? Does the normality of the human psyche affect this
Yeah.
industry as well?
Of course it does.
So,
Of course it does, because a lot of people have got a lot of big egos. It's like anything, isn't it? You know, it's about status.
so where does BDSM stand in the?
If you're looking in a business, I'm talking about like in a business capacity.
Yeah.
Sometimes people do get big egos Because at the end of the day, if you've got loads of people telling you how great and wonderful, sometimes you start drinking your own Kool-Aid and believing your own hype. It's a fine line to still be able to be grounded. You know, it's a bit like a famous person, isn't it?
Yeah, because you got a lot of power in the situation.
Great power comes great responsibility, innit?
You said something really interesting. Sorry, you want to say something?
No, Peter Parker.
You said something really interesting before, where you was talking about with regards to you want to make sure that you expect, what they're going through, and you check up on them and stuff like that. So then, how do you feel in the normal day-to-day life about a man or a woman? You kind of like what you said before. Is like, they know their boundary in it. I'm telling them this only what you're gonna get from me, and that's that. So how do you feel like one of your girlfriends calls you up and says, "Oh my God, I was with the actor last night, and he said that I was just sex, and we had sex, but I thought it was gonna be more, and then he just told me to get out." How would you approach that situation? Do you think that that's fair of the man if he knows that the woman is really falling for him, but he's just banging her? How do you feel about that type of situation?
I'm quite androgynous when it comes to sex, so I'm not really the kind of standard person when it comes to sex.
What do you feel about that situation?
In Manila.
Because you was like, the way you sounded was like, in my head, this is what I'm on. I'm telling you this is what I'm on, and I'm gonna make sure that you understand it.
Yeah, but that's me. That's how I am as an individual. And a lot of my peers around me, we like to make our shit clear.
Yeah, but I'm talking about when you...
Even with my friends. Like I say to them, if you're going to go and do something, fine. But just make sure you be sure and you've got the T&Cs on point.
Terms and conditions, baby.
Like that's where I say it goes back down to communication. A lot of people, they will go into a situation and they don't really think about the implications behind the situation. They just go like, yeah, guns ho, we're going into this, and then they keep on doing a situation for a certain period of time. Then they're like, oh, we've got to this point. How did we get here? We got these feelings.
Back to the family aspect. If your daughter wanted to get into the industry, how would you feel, and would you be more...
I wouldn't have an issue with her becoming a dominatrix at all. Someone asked me that the other day.
Would you be a guiding force for her?
Yeah. I know a lot of respectable doms. Like, everybody's got their own niche. So depending on what she wanted to explore, I would rather say to her, do you know what? There's this person, they're really good at their niche. Go and seek them out. Go and talk to them. Go and watch their sessions. Go and make sure that you've got understanding of what their sessions entail, and like the chemistry behind their sessions and why they do their sessions.
Is there any jealousy with the dom industry, with other doms?
Yes.
How do you deal with that, or how do you cope with it?
It's like all industries. Like, if you're good at what you do, people will be like, we don't like you because you're good at what you do.
Haters.
You got the haters.
It's just fascinating stuff.
All right.
It's like, it's just humans, isn't it?
Yeah,
it doesn't matter what industry you are fundamentally in. If you're good at what you do, people ain't going to necessarily like what you do because you're good at what you do. They might just not like you because just of who you are. You may not have done nothing to them. But that's just how people are, aren't they?
Yeah.
Is there a line you wouldn't cross? Is there like one thing that you wouldn't, if a customer said, I want this, and you say, no, that's not me, sorry. Go and find Dave down the road.
Yeah.
What is it then?
Yeah. I don't really do vomit play. That's
okay.
That's too much for your own body, though, isn't it? That's when you're starting to do something to yourself.
That's fine. Yeah. Some people are into that.
Why is that more disgusting than poo-poo?
Well, it's easy to shit something out.
No, but let's say it was...
For me, no vomit. And I used to be alright with it, but as I've got older, I'm just like, I can't do it. If I smell vomit, I want to vomit myself.
Okay.
And it's all the practicalities of cleaning up the dungeon and like
I thought you get them clean up.
Exactly. That's what I would definitely be doing before you.
Well,
leave.
Most of the time I do, but then I still want to maintain a level of
you do
my
that
clean.
Second layer. Of
yeah.
All right, I understand.
Do you black light clean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So it just kind of depends on the circumstance and the situation.
Okay. Oh, one question just before we're done. What's the most a man's bust in one session?
I don't let my subs come.
Oh my!
And we're going to end it there.
Lord.
That's what chastity is for. There's a guy that I know that he's not come in a year and
Is he lying to you?
Oh, he was lying
No,
to
no,
you.
no, no. It's one of my friends' submissives.
Oh, that's the disrespect.
No,
I'll bust
she's
that
got the
quickly
key and everything.
Then he's like, hold on, what do you mean the key?
Because he's in
Chastity belt.
he's in a chastity device. So basically, what a chastity device is, like, you put the penis in and then you lock it.
So he can't.
He can't do nothing.
So what?
So he can
can't
pee.
urinate.
He can't.
No. He can pee. He can pee. He can pee.
So even
It's got like a little
day-to-day
hole.
work, he will go and have that on.
Yeah.
Wow.
A friend of mine, I thought this is a funny story. I'll tell you. A friend of mine forgot that her submissive had a metal chastity device.
Man went on holiday. Sorry.
Yeah, he did. He had to go through customs,
Oh, yeah.
and obviously he went ching 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 ching. Completely forgot, didn't he? So his mistress had to drive all the way to the airport, and he missed his
Set
flight.
and loose.
Oh, because you got
Yeah.
what a all right.
Nonsense, eh? It was funny. We thought it was hilarious.
The
cut that
story
shit
is
right
the
off,
story
boy.
is yeah, it's funny-ish,
I'll
whatever.
get one.
but-
I'll tell you, cut that shit off. Cut it.
I would have just pulled my pants down at the machine and said, "This is why the thing's going off." So what?
Yeah, no, when he explained, didn't it? But he
But
he
you
needed
can
to go
still-
to
they might
Ireland.
think you're
He
still
had to
concealing.
still go
Take it
to,
off,
he
man.
was looking to go to Ireland, so luckily the airport that he was going to isn't far from where she lived. So
All right, that brings us to the end of Eloquently Saying Nothing, episode 56. The sleazy, was it the sissies? The sissy.
This is slut episode. Yeah.
Let's go around the table, do our church notes and our goodbyes. We'll end off with the lovely lady, and then we'll do our thing. So, that actor.
What's going on, people? It's your boy. Thank you very much for listening and tuning in. Listen, like, follow, share. You know how we do. You can find me on Instagram, the actor, Twitter, the actor, and I'm all about.
And that is spelled with a D, by the way.
DA to the T. Damn it.
Simple Simon.
Simple Simon at Simple Simon FB on Twitter. I are not on Instagram. Catch me if you can.
Gingerbread man.
You see it there? Guys, always say fire, but now.
yeah, but the sly old fox caught the gingerbread man and ate him.
Raw.
So, on that note, Mr. Fox.
Mr. Fox, you know. I don't know who that fox is. It ain't me.
Wolf in it. Wolf Fox.
But, no, it's not.
No, they're not.
Definitely not.
I'm going to a howling night to learn how to howl like a wolf, mate. What are you going on
real?
about?
What is a howling night?
So basically, it's there's a
Why did
wolf
people
sanctuary.
ask?
Do you like just stand around
Yeah.
the moon?
No, there's a wolf sanctuary, and they actually give a talk about why the wolves howl and all that kind of stuff.
But you don't learn to do it, you learn why
Yeah,
they do it.
no. You do learn to do it. They
Good.
do teach you, which I'm looking
Are
forward
you running
to.
this one, Mr. Wolf?
Man's gonna make money doing anything
No,
these
I'm
days.
not running it. I would like.
I'm gonna
to
make a
see
street in
wanna
class.
go.
that.
I'm gonna
I
make
would
a
like to
street
have a
in
look.
class.
Then you can roll with me.
Yeah, man.
I need to socialize with you, man, because you're living that popping life.
Clearly.
Her
You're out there.
life is lit.
It's lit.
It's
a-
a lit.
it's a fire.
It's a light.
It's a light.
Fire burning like capering, yeah.
Yeah, this is Mr. Wolf. You can catch me on Instagram, aka Mr. Wolf, on Twitter, aka _
Sweet boy.
Mr. Wolf. What I wanted to mention, we spoke about this a couple of weeks ago.
Sweet boy Olympics.
In fact, it was about a month ago, maybe even a little bit longer. But anyway,
11 of my
I
sweetness.
wanted to talk about. It's a very important topic or a very important issue that happened then. And I forgot to mention it last week. But who remembers Terrell da Costa Jones Burton?
The guy that got
Portuguese guy, innit?
Yeah, by the police.
He got
They say man, he got the police, but they got off, didn't they?
What do you mean?
No, this is the one that got beat down. He's a teenager. He got beat down by the police. Yeah.
Remember the bike and
Yeah,
he kind of like got shoved in or whatever, and his lip
Was
and the
busted.
whole of
Yeah,
his
you
face.
saw the
got
picture of
busted.
him
Yeah.
in the hospital bed.
Basically, the IPCC have come to their findings, and it was a mistaken identity.
Are you serious?
Completely innocent
So
young
he
man.
didn't do anything. He is just a regular kid trying to make it through life, and this is not the first, and it won't be the last. So, Mr. Khan needs to sort himself out and sort out the police.
That payout's gonna be
You
nice,
say so out the
bro.
police, but they're doing more stop and search. We should have spoken about
Yeah,
that.
they are
actually.
doing more stop and search.
And I think they're doing them in schools as well. So
Yeah.
they're going
What?
in the schools.
They're going in
Yeah.
schools and searching children to see. We can carry on
It's
for a
gonna-
bit.
it's gonna
I don't
turn
think we
like-
should just. You think it's a topic we can carry?
It's
carry
going to
on
turn
for.
into America, man, when it comes to they have metal detectors
We
in
are a
schools.
police
But do you-
state.
Do you ever?
Yes, I agree with you there.
in this
definitely.
situation that we're in now,
That's
though,
why I said that going back to the whole thing about the porn. Like, people didn't realize that with the porn was it was the canary in the yellow, it was the yellow canary, it was there, but like people weren't really acknowledging it.
But it's always been there with porn, because you can't even sell hardcore porn in this country.
Yeah, I can't make hardcore.
Yeah.
So hang on, what's hardcore?
Normal, like you can't show hardcore porn in this country.
Our laws are basically 1952 laws.
Yeah.
So the things that they go on with the continent, a lot of because where the porn laws came into effect, a lot of porn companies had to shut down or relocate. So a lot of them went to Europe. There was a lady that I referred to, her name is Pandora Blake. She actually took the government to court and won.
What? Yeah, there's a lot of things going on in the background with the laws, but do you think that there's anything in the society that we're in now where kids are getting stabbed and things like that?
But people have always been getting stabbed. It's just more getting publicised. That's the
I'm saying,
difference.
do you think that there's anything wrong with stop and search? Do you think that there's anything wrong with them doing a search at schools? Do you think that you've all got children. Mr. Wolf's children is a bit older, going to school, or one of them.
My daughter's 17.
17 as well, yeah. So
he got searched at school.
Would you be okay? Your son got searched, so that's bothering you already, yeah?
Yeah.
So that's bothering you already, but
By police.
Everybody got searched.
Yeah,
in
the
your
police came in and searched. I believe it's and it just happened the other day. So I haven't had a chance to really have a proper talk.
But if they searched everybody in the school, would you have a problem?
They didn't just single him out.
No, but I'm saying in general, if they just searched everybody in the school, would you have a problem with that?
Yeah, I sure heck would.
Why?
Because fundamentally, like, where's the parents? Like, at the end of the day, they're people's children.
Okay, so
they're minors. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for.
Before they can do that.
That could be a two-tier situation, because in schools you do have kids taking in weapons and guns and shooting
definitely.
up the place. So the stopping and searching,
random.
Yeah, it kind of
it's six of one of half a dozen of another.
Yeah.
All right, here's some issues. One is an area you might do it in. So you might say, okay, it's not even random. We're just going to a school and we're doing stop and search with all the students in this year or all the students in this class. But it just so happens that 90% of the students in this school are black. So that's one thing. Another thing is me growing up. You can push people in certain directions. It's not even you can. Life molds people. Yeah, you have nature and nurture,
yes,
and
definitely.
and that nurture thing is just there. It's ever present in every facet of your life. Now, if you're going to a school where you're getting treated like an animal, so maybe there's metal detectors.
Cattle.
You're like cattle. Teachers are talking to you a certain way. Blah 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 blah. Etc. etc. That is going to seep into you. Now, unless you're very strong, and especially as a child, you're susceptible to stuff like this. It's gonna now turn you into the cattle. So if I'm gonna be treated like I'm just this kind of man, then let me become this kind of man.
Yeah.
And if you're coming into my school and our school is being singled out as this is somewhere where we need to stop and search you for having weapons, by all means. Some children might actually have weapons there, and by all means, my child might go to that school. And it's like, on one side, I'm thinking I want my child to be safe. So if there's somebody in her year that might have a knife or some gas, then I'll be happy for the police to come and do it. But on the other hand, if they're going there and doing that, maybe my daughter or somebody's son is thinking, "Is this the type of environment I'm in? What am I trying to become?" Because evidently, this is what we are. We're monkeys in the jungle. Get me a H&M hoodie, because that's what we are, and that's what I'm going to become. Some weak-willed, let me not say weak because you're children, but some easily impressionable children will be molded by that kind of experience. It's the same as when your friends offer you a drug. It's like, no, it's like, go and take it, man. Have a pull of this. Have a sniff of this, and you're susceptible and you do it. So it's two-sided, and you have to look at it. And with sus laws, stop and search, the majority of it just happens to be black and minority ethnic people.
It doesn't just happen to be.
They
are doing it.
So that's why. If it was a cross-section of everybody, then you could say cool. But it's not.
Yeah, they're not going to go to Eton and go and check everybody.
Exactly.
Simple things.
But then unfortunately, if you're going to look at the crime rate in
They
Eton...
should, though. They'll get a
If
lot.
you look at the crime... Because there'll be different kind of...
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
That is
so
crime.
It's crime in itself. And like what Wahala said, is, you will find drugs and all kinds of things there. And like what Simple Simon said, you won't find the police searching anybody. And that's you'll find, like in the United States of America, for example, you find these people doing these mass shootings coming from those rural areas, and you don't get the police forces targeting them and asking why these things are happening, because it happens all the time. They have no interest in trying to stop it.
Because
it's a bit like the opium business as well, isn't it? Where now that the war on drugs, because it's affecting middle class people in America, now it's become an issue.
They're heroin addicts all over the place, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it's the difference between blue collar crime and white collar crime. It's whatever is more relevant and prevalent. It's like, yeah, this one we will let it slide. We'll let it slide. That one we're gonna take that one.
Yeah, it's a bit like the weed whole thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Are they going to let out all the people that they are in America's penitentiaries?
I asked someone that the other day.
For all the weed crimes, because that's where I'm interested to see, like, because now, well, you know that, but it's kind of interesting now that the corporations have now decided to jump on the whole bandwagon of weed.
It's not interesting. It's just common sense.
Yeah, but what Barack Obama done is that he did let a lot of people leave jail based on those very small crimes before he left. We're talking a lot of people, a record amount.
The issue Lady A is talking about with this strap thing in her hand is that in America now, in many states, they're legalizing the use, the recreational use of cannabis. Now, the law for the country is mad because they have state laws and they have country laws. The law for the country still says it's illegal. Weed is the same as cocaine. It's in the same class,
weed.
Yeah. But
we've been mixing that since the ID.
State-wise, states can make their own laws. So in California and I think one of these Vegas is another one.
Yeah,
Nevada.
But well, anyways, so a few states scattered around America now, it's legal to have recreational weed, or what they do it is like they might sell you as let's say a lighter. So even though it's all right to give it out now, it's free to give it, but some states you can't sell it. So I'm going to purchase a lighter from you for £20 and I get a free bag of weed with it. So they do stuff like that. But what they're saying is that, okay, now it's that, like Lady A said, these big companies are jumping on board, yeah, pushing out all these local and small-time drug dealers that were doing it, whatever, and all the people that were locked up over decades and decades and decades, for them people that had free strike laws in America, as you get done for free crimes, doesn't matter what the third crime is, could be just selling a little ounce of weed, you're getting minimum 20 years, 30 years, whatever, just for selling a bit of weed. Those people are inside now, whilst big companies is going to start raking billions of money doing this thing. And this is just the system in America, man. This is how it is.
It's just system generally. I had a conversation with somebody about this, and I was like, what's going to happen to all those people that were in jail for like misdemeanors around weed? They were like, no, you can't overthrow their cases. I was like, why? Because at the time when they did it, it was illegal. And I'm like, that's it, yeah?
They are having a discussion about it, actually.
Yeah, well.
Apparently.
Yeah, but apparently it's called clemency.
Just a discussion.
That's what...
clemency from Barack Obama. I went to have a look. Yes.
That's why Biggs went to jail.
Biggs
from Rockefeller. He went to jail for a few years because he was trying to do a deal with something to do with medical marijuana, and that's why he went to jail. He must have made a mistake somehow. I forgot it was maybe it was the wrong place, wrong state, or something. Somehow he just made a mistake. That's how he ended up in jail.
Yeah, it's getting a bit easier now. Last year, the year before last, I think it was like there was this tightrope, and you had to kind of like follow the tightrope thing. It's mad. That crosses over. If I'm just going straight into the weeds now. It's
medical marijuana, and it works. Trust me.
But medical marijuana and recreational.
Seen it firsthand.
I have arthritis.
There you go. I've seen it firsthand. I know that it works. As a matter of fact.
Anybody else got anything they want to bring up?
No, let's end it. I was mainly doing much. Oh, he's going, Webs. You going?
I was just gonna ask a really crude question. Having arthritis, if you get stuck with your hand up someone's bottom,
oh fuck yeah!
No, it's in my feet, babe.
Oh, okay, cool.
But I have put my foot up someone's ass.
What? Okay then. On
1, 2, 3.
We could do a choir,
Listen, the harmonies were good.
That wasn't that bad.
Well,
It wasn't that bad.
The levels wasn't even high and everything. I'm quite proud of that. That we did today, boy.
Nigerian people's choir.
Let's not try and recreate it and mess up the game. So we have had some goodbyes.
It's me left.
Mr. Wolf has done it already.
It's me.
So
Big Wahala, go for it.
At Big Wahala on Insta, on Big Wahala on Twitter. Catch at One Stop Dreadlock on Insta and Twitter. That's where we are today.
Yep.
At One Stop Dreadlock shop in Hornsey Road.
I'm gonna steal some products.
If you want to have your natural hair done, and
I should have let you come to my friend's dungeon.
I am not going
Can
to
we
any
record the next
dungeon.
podcast in the dungeon?
You go to the dungeon. You go live to the dungeon.
No,
You go live there. Yeah, you go live there. Where people are
I will go
urinating and
live in the
shitting in people's
dungeon.
mouths. You go there.
Live stream from the dungeon.
Yeah, you do it like a pop-up newscaster. We're
We
going
are
straight
live in the dungeon.
Yeah, they probably will not be
to
there.
Do your monologue right there, innit? Do your
They
monologue from the
wouldn't-
dungeon.
They will let us in.
No, they'd let us, there's a couple of dungeons I know.
Oh,
My friend would happily let you come to a dungeon.
For it. Can we do one? Can we?
You go to the dungeon.
Is that something you
Hold
thought you'd
on, hold
hear
on. Come
when
in
you, when
to
you woke
do
up
what,
this
though?
morning? There's a couple of
could
dungeons
be-
I know.
Huh?
To do
That's
what?
not something I thought
Oh,
I'd hear
It,
when I woke up this morning.
it feels like a separate society within society.
Yeah.
Like, the way you-
Society, yeah?
Yeah,
Some subculture.
I don't want to say sub. I don't want to say anything's under anything else. But I'm saying like it just
The League of Shadows.
like it just feels like a different.
Muggles and
Yeah,
Hogwarts.
I know.
yeah.
Is there any aunties that does this? When I say
When you say aunties, what do you mean?
I mean the proper aunties that.
Yeah.
I knew it.
Yeah,
I knew aunties.
Yeah.
were
I've
stuff. I
seen
knew
one.
it.
I've seen one.
Auntie Dominatrix.
I've seen one. I've seen
Oh
one.
yeah, get on the floor. Stop
Proper,
down.
proper accent.
Stop
and
down.
Everything.
Stop down there.
Bad weave, proper accent and everything.
And she's beating them, innit?
I have sit down.
I don't know what she's doing, man.
She
but
would beat them well.
Staying a bit.
I have sit down there.
Some of them, yeah.
She encouraged the love in her dungeon, you know, innit?
Gonna eat some jollof. No, you started making me hungry with all this jollof talk.
I knew a girl that did finger. It wasn't like a professional or anything. She was doing it for-
Lifestyler.
Yeah, it was
That's
for
what they
kicks.
refer. Yeah, they call them lifestylers.
Crushing.
Was your aunt?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's fun.
Yeah, she
What's
was
crushing?
like,
sit on you,
You
innit?
just sit on them.
or you jump on a man's
Yeah.
chest and them kind of thing. Though,
It's like
Well, no,
wrestling
you
to
got.
me.
There's still.
that
It's
is
actually called
wrestling,
trampling.
is it trampling? Knock the
Yeah.
wind out of him and all them kind of thing. There.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was like,
You
how does
got
that work?
trampling.
And she was like, she just likes to see the face of them.
I
Yeah.
just don't understand. You're not busting on that. It's crazy. Anyway.
Well, no, some people do. Like, I've had people where I've urinated on them, and they've come, and I've just battered them because I didn't tell them to come. So they're
He don't care
punishment.
anymore.
Can you
He don't
imagine?
care. He's done what he
Getting
needed
a
to do.
meeting for releasing.
He done what he needed to do, but he doesn't care anymore, boy. I've done it. It's a slide move, innit? It's a quick, a sneaky one.
I'm trying to explore whether there's a part of my psyche that would enjoy it. I can't see. I'm looking.
I think you like.
Yeah,
a
but
woman
then
to
you know
plait
what?
your
It's
hair.
all
Getting
about.
beaten if you
It's
came,
all
you'd
about
like
being
it.
like some people. I seduce my subs to do what I want them to do, so I go there specifically looking extra feminine.
Okay.
Okay.
And then switch it on them.
Yeah,
Boy.
Can you seduce someone that's paying you to do something though?
yeah.
Yeah, you can.
You
They've already been seduced. They're paying you.
Nah, the payment- the
Yeah, but
payment-
I would have found you somehow. I'm assuming.
So, I mean,
Some-
it's
some
free
sort of
and someone's
forum.
paying you. You've been seduced into doing that. That's a
Nah,
genius.
like sometimes I lie down next to my subs and I'm all talking all sweetness and light. I'll be like, especially with my cockholds. Cockholds is a whole different game.
Which one is the cockholds again?
The cockholds is where I fuck my man and they just hold their L.
I just think that's fuckery.
That's not respect. You say you
Hold on,
respect
hold
these
on,
people and
hold on,
whatnot. You
No,
talk
but
about-
that's
the
just
thing
part of the.
You make them
determinant.
face the wall.
That's what I'm saying.
That's some Blair Witch business.
Face the wall.
Is the word visceral? That's a visceral experience. Is that the right word? Visceral.
Yes.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
would use
because
that.
it's
Praise to
like-
God, my mum don't listen to this podcast.
It's like the humidity in the air, like the
Yeah,
smell
the
of
smell.
booty, dick, and pussy, but this,
Yeah.
as you know, like
Bodo dick and pussy.
yeah,
Bodo say.
that's right. And
I
then
love it.
I don't know if I could be in the
the
room with people just having
anxiety,
sex, you know?
like it's. I can see where you can pay for that. I guess.
I don't think I could do it.
Yeah, but
What's
I get
that?
them to shave my legs.
Can do what?
Be in a room when people just having sex.
Is that place in
Is
Kentish
it, is
Town,
it like
innit?
that scene
Rios.
from?
Well, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's Rios. It's just down the road.
Man said there's that place in Kentish Town.
Yeah.
In it. Oh,
Yeah, I've heard a lot of stories about it. I know a lot of people.
It's a
that's gone
sauna
down
place
there.
that real, isn't it?
Have you heard stories?
Sauna
I've
place.
heard all
That
Yeah,
kinds
it's
of stories.
sauna
Have you
and
been
it's
there?
also a
I've never
nature,
been, no.
and you can swing there as well.
Oh, okay.
I
do.
am a
The actor?
lineman for the county.
Yeah, it's a sauna where people go to sauna.
They go to-
Yeah, you can go and have a
they go
sauna
to
in there.
sauna.
They go to the sauna.
You can go to the sauna.
Yeah, you go to the sauna and also where you
If
can
you would
have
like-
your
yeah.
sexual activities.
Yeah, I just don't think I don't think I'm
People
able for that.
watching and then people doing stuff with
Yeah,
other
they
people.
used to do
innit?
that in
Yeah.
a club called Aquarium.
Yeah.
I'm not
Well, Old
involved.
Street.
No, Aquarium in Old Street.
That's what he
That's
just
what he
said.
just said.
I thought
Hello, is anybody
you
there?
know what? I I seriously thought he said Ochi, like in backyard. I thought he said
Oh,
Ochi.
Hello, is anybody in the actor's brain? I know it's getting late and thing.
Gosh. Stav, just come on.
Okay. I am Stavros Boss. You can catch me at Stavros Boss everywhere. Stavros says this week. Stavros says it is my weekly segment where
You didn't sign out, did you?
I'm leaving it to the end, man.
Oh, my bad. Sorry. Do your Stavros
Anybody
says
there?
then.
Wake up.
Hashtag let me finish.
Do your Stavros says then.
This week it's a website called Fiverr. That's with 2 R's at the end. It's a website where you can go and request often artwork or some sort of graphic design or web building or something along those lines. And basically you put out what you need. I need a logo done. I need a flyer done. I need a hoodie made or whatever. Can you design it for me? I need it in this time frame. You put out what you want, and then people basically come and say, I can do it for this price. I can do it for, and you get these.
Oh, so a bit like
through.
Upworks and People by Hour.
Well, add those to the list. Then if that's what they do, then it's
you just like write what you need to write, and then you put like how much you're willing to pay in it, and people, yeah.
So what are those 2 ones you mentioned?
Oh, People by Hour and Upworks.
People by Hour and Artworks.
Upworks.
Yeah. And Fiverr. So yes.
People
Just
by
get
hour
banged
just
by the
sounds like
hour.
slavery.
Bang by the hour. Every time I hear the hour, I have that song that comes into my head. Bang by the hour. You must know that song, man.
Yeah.
By Boya.
Anyways, so that is Stavros Says this week. I will add your 2 onto the list.
No, that one for the Fiverr one sounds pretty cool. I'm gonna definitely check them out.
Well, it's all the same thing basically. But yes, I'll add that to the list and I'll post that through our social medias probably on Wednesday or Thursday after this podcast comes out. So, Lady A, would you like to give your social medias, your notes and messages and whatnot, please?
My friend actually has a radio program, so if you want to know about more kinky things, follow her. Her name is Goddess Asha. She is doing... Hold on, I should really go and get the thing out so you know exactly what it is. I'm on all socials. My name is Lady Andromeda UK. I'm on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat.
Goddess who, sorry?
Is your premium Snapchat?
No. You could
Make this
actually
money,
just-
man. What's wrong with you?
No, actually, well, I do have a premium one, which I just do fuckeries on. But I do have a regular one that I just like amuse people with.
For the cheap.
Are you on Pinterest? Because if you're not on Pinterest, I'm not interested.
No, I was actually going to start doing Pinterest. Funny enough,
I don't even.
because
know
I'm
how
more
that works.
Pinterest. I'm more pin for my crystals and all my healing stuff.
Do you have one of these things where, like the Amazon account,
Oh yeah, I have an Amazon
where
wish
people can
list.
just buy things for you?
Yeah, I love it because like sometimes I just come home and like there's the stuff. I'm like, yeah.
That is the one thing that I see that I would potentially hold myself for, you know. Amazon stuff.
So what's that one then?
Packages
Is that
and
the
shit.
same Lady Andromeda UK
Yeah.
on Amazon as well?
Yeah, everything.
Buy her what she needs.
Basically, anything that related to me is all Lady Andromeda UK.
So if man's asked you to get some stuff,
What kind of stuff?
I don't know. I need new shoes, new couple TVs.
Oh yeah, no, I
Daddy needs new shoes.
Put it on your list, didn't it? Put it on your list.
I used to put
Mistress, can you
stuff
get me some
actually
shoes?
on my for my ex-partner on my list.
I'm sure
actually, yeah.
if man's are allowed to do something with my woman, you're gonna put some on that motherfucking list. I'll tell you that right now. I'm gonna put some on that list.
Yeah. So I don't actually. I'll have to email it to
Chatting
you.
about size 11s, but you wear size 8, so
No, I actually wear size 7.
Do you know your was it Empress or Asha? What was it?
Goddess Asha.
I can't be calling people goddess. I don't call people god and
She's
goddesses.
Indian. That's how she's rolling.
All right,
That's
so
her branding.
Do you
Flat
know?
puffy.
Do you know her
Yeah,
app thing?
her Twitter account is Goddess Asha.
So you will find everything you need to know
Yeah.
there at the word Asha. That I ain't calling nobody. So is
To
anything
her
else you want to say?
submissives, she's God.
Thumbs up to them.
Yeah, she's on Insta as well.
Yes, she's on
no, look,
Insta.
no dialect to me.
Anything else you want to say?
Oh yeah, check out Kink Climb. That's an event that my friend runs where you can kind of come and follow them on Twitter and on Instagram, where you can come and learn about stuff that is all BDSM related.
So
if you ever want to book a dungeon, there's a really lovely dungeon run by a lovely lady called Madame Caramel. It's called Hoxton Dungeon Suite.
It's in the ends, boy.
Yeah.
All right.
So for all of you that are you open to people DMing you and asking you questions or requests for something or
Yeah, you can at me on Twitter if you feel.
at her? Go have a look and speak to the lady with respect.
Yeah,
Always
thinks
with
about
with
respect.
respect. All right, so I think that wraps. Oh, sorry.
Oh, and I'm on YouTube as well.
And she on YouTube as well.
Yeah.
Wonderful. At the same Lady Andromeda.
Everything's all when I say literally all social media.
Everything.
Yeah, I'm there.
I'm gonna find some new social media and just steal your tag for the sake of it. All right. So
Fair enough.
ESN podcast.
I'll make sure I be on point because I always make sure. That's what the children are there for.
She ain't a child no more.
Well, nah, she's 17, so she always knows all the new social medias. That's why I was like,
We need a social media rep.
Apprentices.
I did say that.
If she's up for it. But
You also said you wasn't in focus or whatever you was going to be.
I'm not in the zone.
In the zone,
I'm not ready.
So where was it? Okay, esnpodcast@gmail.com for your questions, comments, and anything else. We are on all social medias at ESN Podcast. Search for us on Facebook, Eloquently Saying Nothing. And use the hashtag everywhere, ESN Pod, and we will search, find, and respond, and like and retweet all of those things there. Thank you very much for listening in. We are going to make more of an effort to do play a bigger part on social media. So as
yes, please do.
Mr. Wolf has asked, and Lady Andromeda has told us that's what she wants to. So big up yourself, everybody. Thank you for listening. I think it was a longer one this week, but anyways, it's all good because we had a guest. Thank you. Peace.
And remember, ladies and gentlemen, if you ain't saying nothing, say it well.
Slag for life. Sissy stuff.
These lot like this whole sissy slap thing, don't you?
We're just running off.
Well, sissy slap, like